So, one more?
Yeah, one more, I guess.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. How goes?
We finally beat Nier Automata.
So we're gonna go back and do NG plus
Plus.
with
Plus,
Nier
plus,
Automata again.
That's not actually...
No, that's actually a lie. Tonight we're playing PlayerUnknown'S Battlegrounds.
Also, hang on, let me make sure that... Wait, you can hear us, right?
Yeah.
We didn't fuck up that bad.
Hopefully not.
I fucking hope not.
Mic check.
Is it...
No, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we've been playing this game a lot, each of us. I just had a look at my hours played, and I'm
You're at
not proud of it.
360?
Not proud of it.
So, yeah. We knew that some of you were not going to be super stoked about this this stream, just because we've been playing a lot of it. And I mean, regrettably, every time we get interested in a game as a group, it's like, we're obsessed with it, and it's taking over the streams and stuff. It's like, we like it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But that
like,
aside.
Yeah, I think it's actually quite important for us to examine the things that we like and that we allow to take up a lot of our time.
Like, this is arguably one of the most popular video games being played right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a little weird, because when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
yeah.
I was completely... Like, I couldn't figure out why this game enjoys such stratospheric success.
Yeah.
Despite looking and in a lot of ways playing visually like every other...
They're like first person
or third person, like, vaguely military
game.
I didn't get it. And I was just like, why is this so popular? I don't understand. This game, like, when it first sort of started coming out and coming into people's consciousness, it really looked bad.
Yeah.
It looked bad, and people played it on the lowest settings to get the best performance out of it. I was like, this game is... Like,
ugly.
I don't especially care about graphics as far as gameplay is concerned, but it's like, this game is ugly.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like poop.
Yeah, and I think it was Kate who sold me on it. I watched a couple of her streams, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot.
I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Jeej who just said, no, it's Stalker, only everybody else are the bandits. And I was like, sold!
Yeah, okay.
I was like, I am 1,000% into this now.
Suddenly, yeah, it's like
okay.
You just need to, like, it's like, do you want to play this game? And you're like, eh. And then he was like, do you want to play this game?
I was like, oh, that's my thing!
Yeah.
That's my thing!
Yeah.
Anyway, what the hell is PUBG?
PUBG.
And why do we call it PUBG?
Okay, well, the full name is PlayerUnknown'S...
No, you're doing it wrong. PlayerUnknown'S Battlegrounds! I'm sorry, it's in all caps.
Oh, right,
I don't
yes,
know
all
why.
shouting, yes. And what it is it is a third or first person battle royale shooter.
Yeah.
Basically, it is set on... Currently, it has one map, which is an 8x8 kilometer map of an island called Arangel.
8 actual kilometers.
Yeah, 8
it's
actual
real
kilometers.
Big.
And 100 completely unarmed rampaging sociopaths are dropped onto this from an aircraft.
You know what? I heard oh god, why can't I pull his name out of my ass? George Carlin bit about this. He concepted this. In a routine he did, he talked about Slugfest.
Yeah.
And it was exactly this. It's just you dump a bunch of people on an island. I'm paraphrasing here.
Right.
Anyways.
And you were given no context, no instructions, really.
Yeah.
But there, as a suggestion, there are firearms scattered liberally about the island. And only one of you is allowed to walk away.
Mm-hmm. So,
and what I thought was really interesting is that there's no... At no point does anyone say the objective of the game is to kill all the other players.
Yeah, you're just sort of, like, dumped on the island. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like, good luck.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just going to dump you all out here and leave weapons around.
Yeah, there's not
even... if one of you walks away, well, that's just what happens.
Yep. If the last person even gets to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, there's no instructions, there's no... talk mechanic.
Actually, there is a talk mechanic.
Yeah, it's all chat.
Yeah, it's
That's
all
turned
chat.
off, right?
Yeah, it should be turned off.
There is a
for this.
local area chat where you can communicate with your compatriots or opponents.
Also, in order to encourage players to meet each other, as a social mechanic, there is a gradually constricting area of play. A circle appears. If you're inside the circle, nothing happens. If you are outside the circle, depending on which circle you are outside, you take damage. And over time, the circle shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. It shrinks
starts hitting hard.
randomly inside a previous circle. And if you are outside it, you will die after a short period of time. It hurts.
So, it's kind of a beautifully simple game. It's almost like the sort of like distillation of a lot of different genres, just like, and all the best stuff kind of put together. And what you get out of it is like this really incredible, like unexpectedly deep gameplay experience. Because like the running around and shooting mechanics are not in any way new.
Yeah,
it's just like you run around, you grab stuff, you have iron sights. These are tried and true, actually like perfectly generic mechanics.
Yeah.
You know, the walking around, you know, lying prone, all this other crap. And yet, in conjunction with like the number of players, the map scale, the terrain, and I think maybe most importantly, the constricting play area, you get this like weird survival experience with this inevitable ratcheting up of tension where you just have all these unforgettable experiences of like, you know, long periods of boredom punctuated by like extreme terror, you know, insane action sequences, and, you know, like a lot of, you know, sneaking around, bad beats, worse beats.
Yeah, exactly. What I found most interesting about this game is that skill is a large determiner of success.
Yeah.
But if we actually look at stats for, I'm terrible at this game, by the way, if you can't tell. Oh God, I used to be in top 100,000 for single player. That was fun.
Yeah.
But like, let's look at Grimm's here.
Who is the best player in the game?
He has a 5-to-1 kill ratio. His
pretty good.
Yeah, that's impressive. But like the top ranked single player, solo player, has a 21% win
21.
ratio.
That's the highest. Or
Yeah,
no, wait,
there's somebody with 26, but there's someone here with 63, but they have 14 wins, and that means they played like 21 games.
Yeah.
Right?
So like,
so being extraordinarily good at the game is not not necessarily a predictor of victory. It's a predictor of good performance.
Yeah.
A high ratio of probably making it into the top 10, or, you know, the top few percentile of players. But death can come quite quickly in this game.
And suddenly and unexpectedly.
Yeah,
You know what?
and quite like...
In some ways, it's almost like the equalizing factor in like Magic, where the best players in the game can still brick on land. No matter
well,
what.
like, I think the best players in the game in Magic have somewhere around like a 60% win ratio.
Yeah.
Right? But sometimes you get a bad matchup. Sometimes you draw 6 lands in a row.
Yeah. So one of the most fascinating things about skill in this game is that it's skill along a bunch of like different unexpected axes, because most sort of like multiplayer shooters like this, it's just like, you know, do you know the map and can you shoot straight? Then like your KDR will be really high and you'll be very successful because, you know, you're 12 years old and hopped up on amphetamines and you can just like twitch shoot somebody.
Actually, yeah, there it is right there. See, 21% win ratio, 40 wins, so they've got about 200 matches played.
Yeah.
They are top 10 in 125 of those matches.
Dang. Well,
right? So that's the impressive part, is that you can consistently make it into the top 10, but
it's
almost
like the difficulty goes like...
Yeah. Even then, you know, how does it go? the race goes not to the swift, or the battle to the strong, or riches to wise men, or favor to those of skill, but chance and fortune happens to them all.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, you're talking about increasing your percentages, but
Yeah.
so it has a profoundly equalizing effect on the field.
Yeah. Sorry, it's what I'm talking about here is it's a Bible verse actually that I think is probably apt. But yeah, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all.
Yup. So, yeah.
Yeah, the more you practice, the luckier you get.
Yeah.
You do make your own luck to a large extent because marksmanship in this game is only it's a significant part, but it's not the balance of skill in the game.
I'm not gonna say that it's more realistic because it's still a video game. It's not realistic, but it is like a faintly more accurate representation, like maybe less of an abstraction of combat than many video games. Which are just sort of like you come sprinting into an arena and you just like blast somebody, you know, because you have like flawless accuracy and no recoil.
Yeah.
You know, this, you can make those shots if your positioning is good and you know where they are and they haven't found you first.
Yeah, and if nobody's sneaking up behind you while you're distracted.
Yeah. Which sort of brings me to like all the kinds of like weird viable strategies in this game, because like, again, a game like this is generally speaking, like in other examples, about shooting. This one is about everything. It's about map knowledge. It's about hiding. It's about like
to an extent being able to
predicting things.
Yeah, being able to predict the movements of other players.
You know, there's guesswork involved. Yeah, it's just like there's a weird amount of depth that's it's almost like it's not part of the game itself as much as it is like players' utilization of the game.
Yeah, well,
it's difficult to pin down.
Why don't we get into a match here?
Yeah,
I'm just going to play a solo in solos.
Sounds good.
Because you'll notice that you can... I'm not in a team right now. It's just me standing here. But you'll notice that you can queue for other games. But right now we'll do solo and solo, just to show you what it's like to be on an island with 99 other people who want you dead.
Yep. Or 99 other people who want to live.
Yes. Well, yeah, they don't specifically want you dead, but your continued existence is a barrier.
It's like if you fall off a cliff, hey, that's, you know, neither here nor there. The ultimate life and death fight. So this one, it's weird because a bunch of people were asking if I was going to, or if we were going to, why can't I hear it?
Je ne sais pas.
I can almost hear it.
Volume is very important in this game.
Oh, I can barely hear it. Oh, no, there it is. It's just very quiet.
Yeah. Can we pin that volume?
There
we go.
Okay.
Oh, is our maybe...
Oh, maybe ours is up. Oh, hi! I'm going to leave that at a normal level.
Okay.
That is loud. I'm going to turn myself down a bit.
Right away, let's have a look around where we are. This is the lobby. This is the multiplayer lobby.
This is just where the queue fills up.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of like ruined military equipment. We've got like an abandoned radar installation, like 2 different designs of abandoned radar installation. Crashed military transport aircraft. This is a runway we're on. Yeah. And over here, as a suggestion, are picnic tables with guns on them. You can't come to any harm on this island. You can't...
But it gives you...
Getting shot won't hurt you. You can't drown. I'm not sure there's any place you can jump off of that will hurt you. So we start off on the flight path, and the reason there's fire shooting out of the plane is because somebody threw a Molotov in the lobby. So somebody was on fire. Multiple people were on fire. But here we are, flying over this island. In the next minute or so, we have to make a decision.
What's the decision, Cam?
The decision is where we want to start the game. So we're on this flight path.
which is random every time, like the orientation of which direction it goes.
We have to get off the plane.
You have to get off the plane.
Yeah, you do not have the option of staying on the plane, and if you try to stay on the plane, it just kicks you off. So I'm going to drop...
Port Town?
Yeah, let's drop on Port Town. Actually, let's see if we can make it to Primorsk.
All right.
So... Lang?
Nyang. Oh,
Nyang.
You're in first person. There
Yeah, okay, so...
So
you have you can make a drop of about 1.5 kilometers, I think.
The positioning game starts right out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is where things like map knowledge and prediction of player movements begins. Because you're like, here is my flight path, and you have precious little time to take this all in and think about it and make a decision. You have to think. It's like, okay, well, where are the areas that?
We're alone
is it raining
here.
men? Nice.
No, it's not raining men.
That's incredible.
So here's the first of many decisions is where to land. So map knowledge plays a huge part in this.
Because there's a lot of different areas in the game, and they all have different loot ratios, which we'll get to.
So
people
some
are being
things,
killed already.
Yeah, some things you can probably gather. The military base has good guns at it. Any town is going to have large numbers of a high density of loot, right? You can imagine that going into a town, you'll probably be able to find something. And here we are, one little town off to the side that has notably 3 warehouses on the coast.
And then a whole bunch of
houses.
And
here is our first zone. So in 5 minutes, or 4 minutes and 30 seconds now, the zone will begin to collapse.
Yeah,
and what that means is that a perimeter will appear and begin moving in slowly at first, before becoming faster and faster in later zones.
And we have a weapon.
Staying outside of that zone means certain death, and moving inside that zone means probable death.
So the
zone in universe, I have heard PlayerUnknown. I have not actually seen this interview, but I have heard that in an interview, the game designer has said that there is lore for this game in which the zone is the result of an experimental underground power generator of some kind. That is ratcheting up in power.
Neat. I mean,
and I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I've heard.
Or if it's even necessary to explain.
But yeah, so
Diner.
Let's go to Diner.
Why are we going to Diner, Cam?
Diner has multiple spawn locations in it.
It has a high density of loot, which is information that we know from playing the game a bunch,
and
also from reading maps about the game. Oh, what the? I thought you were alone.
Me too.
Where's that boy? Well,
the thrill of the hunt.
So that's this game in a nutshell. Oh boy.
Don't be where they know you are.
So right away, we've encountered the unexpected. We thought we were... Was that him?
We thought we were pretty secure.
And yet, no. We have no idea how this person got here. They might have taken a vehicle from further north. They might have dropped with us and we didn't see them. Also...
Yep.
And that's how quickly it can end.
Yep, that's how quickly it ends.
We made it to 74th.
All right, so that was our first game.
And that's how a lot of them go, like at the beginning. We're gonna do subs at the end.
Yeah, we will thank subs. However, we will do it at the end of the stream just so we don't interrupt our
hunting the long pig. Yeah. So as you might expect, this is a game with an extraordinarily low win chance.
Yeah.
For the individual, which is weird because like in every other shooter, especially team-based shooters, you can hedge a little bit. Like we were talking about Overwatch earlier, where it's just like sometimes you can just whoops into a team that will carry you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I won, great. It's like I contributed almost nothing and I still won. which is not a criticism of like how that game works. But
no, but it's definitely a factor of that game.
In this game, your win percentage is tiny, and yet we have played the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. You know, cursed our bad beats. And in a weird way, that's kind of made victory, when it does come, very important and precious.
So do you want to play again?
Sure, let's just roll a couple of these.
And
frankly, we'll see
how
different each one will go.
Yeah, the consequences for failure are nil.
Yeah, it's like you die, start again.
Yeah. In fact, there are consequences for... The only consequence for losing a match is that you get a relatively small amount of in-game currency, which can be used to buy vanity items.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, what I was going to say, a bunch of people were asking about comparisons between this and like mods and similar game modes. Truth be told, this is the first Battle Royale game I've ever played.
Yeah, well, PlayerUnknown comes from... his origin is modding Arma.
Yeah. Which is what this game looked like to me. I was like, this looks like shitty Arma. I don't get it.
Yeah.
So he had a similar game mode. And there's other games like H1Z1 apparently, which have some differences. Like, I think the major one is that it has crafting in it.
Yeah, and I'm kind of thrilled that this does not have crafting.
Part of what attracts me to this game is that they have cut away every piece of fat they can.
Yeah.
It's so stripped down and clean. And that's part of why I think it's really, really great. Because, like, the inventory management system is very simplified. It's really fast. Picking up and grabbing loot and throwing it on your character is really, really quick. You don't have to screw around with, like, trying to build items out of junk that you find.
Yeah.
So it lends itself to, like, not like a frenetic, but like a very, it's just like
unimpeded,
very tidy experience. And then the depth of it comes from the actual gameplay itself.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the red zone is not necessarily that great of an innovation.
It adds a little thing.
It adds an additional layer of RNG.
It's a wild card. The red zone is a random area that will spawn every once in a while that gets bombed.
Yeah, and then if you are in the red zone, you stand a reasonably high chance of exploding if you're not indoors.
It will only spawn on top of players. How about that?
Yeah,
Interesting. I never thought about that.
Because I definitely have had, I've definitely chained the red zone, like 4 or 5 times, and it's happened on stream. Yeah, we could have pulled our chute early.
The white zone is for loading and unloading only. There's no parking in the red zone.
So what I'm going to is one of my favorite locations
Radio
to start in
Shack.
this game, which I call Radio Shack.
We have dumb nicknames for every area.
Yeah,
like
because
Radio Shack next to secret houses.
Yeah, secret houses. We call those secret houses because they don't appear on the overhead map. You'll see. Actually, we're right in front of the map, but those houses, for whatever reason, buildings appear as yellow on the map, and those 2 houses down the rise just don't actually turn up on the map. I like calling this Radio Shack because, like Radio Shack, it is empty, except for wealth of Soviet-era electronics that nobody wants.
Yep.
Yeah. So...
Oh, dang nugs.
Smoke nades every day.
Smoke nades.
What did I just pick up?
I don't know.
Oh.
A micro Uzi.
Apparently, yeah.
Okay.
Do I want the shotgun?
I mean, it's a weapon, right? Wait, what's
Yeah.
that in the corner?
That is just
out of context 556.
Yep. So there's a lot of information that is passed down in this game to you about where other players have been. Doors. If you
That's
find
a big one.
all doors are closed by default in this game.
Or non-existent.
Yeah, or blown off their hinges. So if you find open doors, that can only have been done by a player. Because doors are destructible terrain, so they will be destroyed by, say, the red zone. If a door is caught if a door is hit by one of the bombs in the red zone, it will be destroyed. But the only thing in the game that can open doors is a player. So that constitutes a form of signaling, really.
Yep.
In squad matches, you will leave doors open to indicate that you have looted a building to your teammates and that it is not worth their time to also loot that building.
It's going to be on the island.
This is filthy.
God
Okay. Well, there's two vehicles over there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
FYI,
Oh, and
there
also
are
we'll-
vehicles in this game.
Yeah. An element we have not explained is that driving around is really valuable.
And dangerous.
And dangerous, because vehicles are loud and big and very obvious in a game where people have long-range weapons.
There's what is that? You got fucking level 3? You sack.
I know.
Yeah,
It's because I'm good at this game.
everything in this game has a really subtle little sort of like relevance. Oh, you sack.
Oh, good
Put the red dot on it.
Yeah.
You fucking sack.
Oh, this is a brand new weapon that was added recently. Guacamole.
Guacamole. So yeah, what Cam was talking about is that like vehicles actually represent like everything in this game is risk reward, and vehicles have a risk reward as represented by their use, because as he said, they're obvious, they make a lot of noise, but they go quickly. So you're trading subtlety for speed whenever you get into a vehicle. And then all the vehicles are not created equal. They have different number of seats available, which is relevant for multiplayer matches. They have different speeds. They spawn with, I believe, a random amount of gas in the tank.
Yeah, and they have different suitabilities to different kinds of terrain. For example, the motorcycles carry between two and three people.
Yeah.
And are they're the fastest vehicles in the game, but if you hit a bump on one,
You just bail and
likely
die.
everyone is going to die.
Yeah. You'll just have a knock on your noggin.
Whereas the
Conversely, yeah,
UAZ, which is the vehicle that is we will be seeing in a moment, is a off-road vehicle that is very stable, very difficult to roll, not impossible to roll.
But challenging.
Yeah. This is just a lot of shotgun shells. I don't know why I picked that up. Oh, wait. I didn't put my compensator on my SMG.
Hi, Cheech.
Don't
worry, we'll smoke nades.
Yeah, we'll smoke nades.
Yeah.
So right now I'm leaving all the doors open, which is not something you typically do in solo play, but I feel like being a bit sloppy and cocky right now because I also don't expect there to be many people around us.
But as we saw last time, that assumption turned out to be not correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Bridge now or later?
I think we should challenge the bridge now.
So
here's
a perfect example of what we're talking about. These are the decisions, the sort of meta decisions you come up with. It's like we're talking about, because we played this game a lot, we're familiar with this mechanic. The island to the south is connected by exactly 2 bridges, and these are major choke points. And so the choice to try to cross sooner or later is something that we are weighing against, dirtling around here and trying to get better loot. As opposed to, like, we can stay and get better loot and maybe stand a better chance of getting across the bridge depending on what kind of opposition we'll see there. Or we can try to cross sooner.
And hopefully
nobody else has gotten there yet. And the whole game is full of decisions like this. Decisions that are not explicitly stated to you, but that you just arrive on by assessing your surroundings, assessing your situation, your positioning, your inventory. And every moment to moment is like, okay, what are we doing next? Even if you're on solo, it's like, what do I do next? It's like, well, I have this, and this on my person. I'm here. I need to get there. What's my best plan of action? And it's an incredibly organic thing. And it's what's given this game such replayability. It's like, even though the map is the same, it's colossal, and your routes to and from each situation are different every single time.
Yeah, so let's look at one of the more unpleasant experiences that you can have in this game. Crossing the bridge in a big, noisy, slow vehicle. Now, what we've done here is that we're gambling, I'm gambling, that no one has set up an ambush on the bridge yet.
Because as you can see, the bridge has been designed in such a way to facilitate ambushes.
And once
Quite
if we cross the bridge, if we don't die here, we are faced with another choice, which is, do we want to set up an ambush on a bridge? Or, the more interesting choice, do we want to set ourselves up to ambush somebody who is trying to set up an ambush on the bridge?
It goes, like, it keeps going down.
Like, we could set ourselves up on this hill quite easily, and this is a miserable place to try to nail someone on the bridge. But it's really good to counter-ambush someone. Right?
Yep. Or we could be totally wrong and somebody is hiding behind a rock here already and is going to cap us.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll just go over to these houses and see if there's any loot in there.
Yeah, because I'm not happy with my level of loot. And since we're starting off by talking...
Nyang. You're fine.
I didn't need my teeth anyway. Since we're talking, like, the way this game works mechanically first, houses in this game, I think, are a very interesting implementation of a loot box.
Yep. Everything in this game is a loot box.
Yeah. I mean, not quite everything, but, like, every house you go into, since items only spawn inside houses or inside structures.
Yeah, there's occasionally exceptions to that rule, but by and large, they only spawn inside houses.
And a house can contain many useful items. It can contain significant upgrades in terms of weapons and armor, and consumables. It can contain nothing useful. Or it can contain other players,
which are kind of the best loot boxes.
Yeah, well, I mean, the running joke in this game is that other players are curators of loot, are curators of gear.
So you know they have the best stuff.
Yeah, and then you will occasionally run across a player who you kill quite easily,
and they have nothing.
Yeah, and they have nothing, and you're like, oh,
that person.
Yeah, that person did not have a good game.
So that sound we just heard is yet another sort of sub-mechanic. At certain junctures in the game, every once in a while, a plane will fly overhead, again in a random orientation. And at a random point in the flight path, it will drop a care package on a parachute, which will drift very slowly and obviously to the ground, where everybody can see it who's within range, which is a very long distance indeed.
Yeah.
And
okay,
it's just like...
Here's a meta call. Do we want the AKM or the 416?
Up to you.
I think I'm going to stick with the AKM here.
Okay. And it's just like, here is a for sure high value loot spike.
There are several weapons that only appear inside loot crates. Or these care packages, and they are very, very powerful.
Yeah, so it presents anybody who can see it and has the means to get to it a very interesting dilemma.
Yeah.
Do you try and get to it, and in doing so gain... is that... Oh, we don't even know anything about vehicle spawns anymore.
Yeah. Previously, vehicles always spawned facing east. Now they spawn in a random direction.
So we have no idea.
Or facing a random direction.
So we have no idea if that was a vehicle spawn or if somebody
drove here.
Anyway, so yeah, the dilemma you face is, you know, whether you try and go for it and gain a large advantage, if you leave it and don't risk it, and don't risk encountering other players, or you use it as bait to take out players that are trying to go for it.
Because one of the times when you are exquisitely vulnerable in this game is when you have your inventory open.
And I also I also really like
you're pretty helpless here.
That the care packages themselves are very deliberately a steel cube that is perfect to crouch behind.
Yeah, they offer you cover.
They are a tiny amount of cover. And it's just like all these little decisions in gameplay that just make it so interesting and add so much depth to it. From like just kind of straightforward design choices. Can I explain the pan mechanic? The pan is the most overpowered melee weapon in the game. Melee weapons are largely not used in this game. I don't think I think they're like
they are
tier
used
0 weapon.
They are used frequently in the opening moments of the game.
Yeah, so it's like if you grab a crowbar and they're trying to like stuff a magazine into their pistol, you might be able to wail on them.
Mm-hmm.
But by and large, they don't really get that much use, except for the pan, because the pan sits on your ass and it's bulletproof. So if someone isn't compensating for bullet drop, which by the way is a mechanic in this game, and they're aiming for your torso, they might hit your ass and it will bounce off.
Or if they just try to hose you down with bullets while you're facing away from them, several of those bullets, maybe a life-saving number of those bullets, will deflect harmlessly off the pan.
Yeah.
And
Superman punch. Oh yeah, where's the new zone? You can see the.
Okay, so we have again several minutes. This is gonna feel so bad.
I hate that there's a tiny chance it might be not on the island, but it's very likely to be on the island. And these are the kind of predictions we have to make.
Yeah.
Because this zone is like centered roughly equally on the shore and on the island. It's like, well, where's it going to spawn next? I don't know, but we can make an educated guess and plan our positioning accordingly. So, I just want to reiterate that the game doesn't explicitly tell you any of this. It presents you with like completely contextless information. Very clear, but you know, like there's nothing saying like you should go here because it would be good for you. It leaves all of those decisions and all those inferences and everything up to the player. And I fucking love that.
Yeah.
I think it's so great because it's just like it's very tidy with, you know, everything.
I'm making the decision right now to abandon my vehicle.
Sounds good.
Because the one thing you know about military, one thing you gotta know about military base has very good loot at it, so it attracts a large number of players. It's one of the few places in the game that you are essentially guaranteed of encountering well-equipped players.
Yeah. Also, it tells you to go to the play area. It doesn't tell you where or how. So like it gives you the very like the minimum amount of information that is necessary. Like this game's powerfully efficient. Does it create a steep barrier to entry to this game with no tutorial?
To a certain extent,
a little
yes.
bit.
I think the most interesting experience playing PUBG is the one where you are essentially role-playing your character. But we can get into that later, because I think the most interesting experience in this game is the one where you are quite inexperienced and quite vulnerable.
Just trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah, I think the vulnerability of players in this game is one of its most endearing qualities.
Yeah. And I mean, like, if you are looking to get into it, I compare it a little bit to a game like Minecraft, where in some ways it helps to sort of like look up how to play it. But I think the basics for this game are pretty easy to pick up. A lot of the further in-depth strats and, you know, knowledge of this game, you know, you have to sort of pick up either by playing it or by, you know, word of mouth or by looking it up in a wiki or something. But like just getting your feet wet in this game, I think is not that hard. And because you can grind matches so easily and efficiently, I don't think it's all that hard.
Yeah, especially considering there's no consequences for losing.
Yeah, it also like gives you like the enough context buttons that you can figure a lot of it out. Some of the stuff about the inventory is a little goofy, but yeah. Cam has made decisions that have caused him to avoid any form of conflict until the majority of players have died. Yep. So you can play this game any way you want. You can avoid conflict at all costs. You can go super aggro and hunt people down.
Yeah,
they're all viable.
One of the better strategies, if you are very, very good at these shooter games, is you always run towards the sound of gunfire. Because, again, gunfire means that people are fighting.
Oh God, did he see you? So here we have an opportunity presented to us randomly. And we had to make a decision, and there's a reason Cam didn't shoot, because he's not sure if that player saw him or not. And shooting, this is maybe the best part about this game, is that you have actual incentive to not engage an enemy, because if you take a shot, you're giving away your position.
Yeah.
Which is not something that is in most games, I would think.
One of the rarest and most precious items in this game is a suppressor. And maybe we will find one, maybe we won't. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of my sniper mods. I'm never going to get... These are not relevant to my interests. More ammunition, I think.
Yeah, what we mean by no consequences is that when you die, you just roll another game.
Yeah.
And every game will conclude in 30 minutes?
Yeah, 30 minutes tall. I think the number is 32 minutes, and the zone essentially vanishes to a pinpoint.
Yeah, so the most time you will ever lose is 30 minutes of gameplay. And even then, you're gaining experience every time you play. So the consequences for losing are almost non-existent.
Yeah. And
unless you really care about statistics, and it's well, whatever.
No, Bruno, I think that's a very interesting point about upgrades. As you can see, all of our weapons here have slots into which we can put upgrades. Upgrades...
you. Oh, shit. 1 second.
Upgrades take up space in your inventory. So, if you want, you can carry around a lot of them, but you are not guaranteed that you will find a weapon that they are relevant to. So taking them along, I was carrying around a bunch of sniper rifle upgrades earlier, because sniper rifle upgrades are kind of difficult to come across. They spawn at a lower rate than other upgrades.
So in doing so, you're sacrificing space that you could be using for ammo.
Yeah, ammunition, medical supplies.
On the gamble that you will find a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
So even in the items you pick up, you are making choices all the time in this game.
And you also have to make a decision when you encounter a new weapon that you maybe like better than your current weapon.
Oh, there's a point. Oh, to your left. Oh, somebody's got an SKS or something.
Yep.
The sound design in this game is so good that you can after becoming experienced in the game, you can differentiate different gunshot sounds and ranges. And 3, 2. Oh shit, where'd he go? Oh, he took the vehicle. What a fucker.
Well, that was probably quite self-destructive.
But hey, you tagged him once.
Yeah.
You could have bagged that guy.
I mean, we could have gotten lucky.
I only just thought about this game. This is 99 problems.
Yeah.
And every time you kill a player, that's one less you have to worry about. Oh, there's the zone.
New zone is...
Oh, fuck!
Oh, I don't like it.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, this over here on my right is military base.
It's a hot zone.
It is a hot zone. It has very good loot inside of it. And it is, depending on what game you are playing, squads, duos, or solos, 1 person or 2 people or 4 people, maybe, will walk out of military base when 30 people drop on it.
Yup.
That 1 person or that 1 team
will be God.
Will be very well equipped. Or they might actually be in quite poor shape. If you are playing a squad game and the entire rest of your squad dies, except for you, then you are probably actually not going to perform well in the rest of the game, because then it's 3-on-1 or 4-on-1.
You see the Duga radio array? Yes, I would love to talk about that.
Yeah, the mise en scène of this game is really exceptional.
This whole, this map in particular, and this game, as a sort of a result, is this island is like a mashup of every sort of iconic, military Soviet bloc kind of set piece from every, movie, historical event, whatever. to give you an example, on the east side of the island, there's a place called Milta Power, which is a power plant that very deliberately visually evokes both 3 Mile Island and Chernobyl reactor.
Okay.
4.
Somebody's got a suppressor and
No.
an AKM. Yeah, we didn't stand a chance there.
We made it to 24 though.
Yep.
Yeah, so like the design of the power plant, it has the big slope side cooling tower right next to the iconic red and white smokestack.
Right.
And both of those are iconic of each of those sites, which are real life sites, where nuclear accidents happen.
So,
and they're in the public consciousness. So they just stuck them together.
Yeah, that's a good example of the simulacrum.
Yeah.
Right? Because if they put Chernobyl into this as a map, like, say, like Stalker,
Yeah.
then that would be a simulation. You would be playing on the map.
Yeah.
But by cramming together signifiers of a place that, of like, the cooling towers and the smokestacks, you signify a nuclear power plant without actually making a specific one. But also disastrous nuclear power plants.
Yeah. And just like iconically cool areas. And you see that all over the island. Like you have missile silos for ballistic missiles. You have like anti-air missiles at the military base.
Yeah.
You have like further north, there's like a crashed plane. There's like
the military base is
fields.
actually like a mashup of many different kinds of bases.
Exactly.
Right, because it's an airfield with hardened bunkers.
Yep.
For the aircraft to park
It's also
in, which
an
is like
aircraft graveyard.
Yeah, it's also an aircraft graveyard. It has ballistic missile silos. It has infantry barracks.
In a lot of ways, it doesn't really make sense, but it is kind of like, it's almost like this is an island that was assembled from reference files by aliens.
Yeah.
They're just like, this is all the coolest, like, these were our top hits on Google.
Yeah.
When we looked up.
Yes, and Contiguous Kitty Cat. It does have a playground in the middle of it.
Like, really, actually?
Yeah, there's a playground. There's, in the middle of, not the barracks.
Oh, right.
But there's like a little jungle gym area.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just, like, this massive stylistic mashup of, like, every kind of... And even this island is, like, sort of concentration, because it's, like, you have, the airstrip, ruined vehicles, as we talked about, shipping containers. There's all this stuff that, like, screams kind of, like, military shooter.
Yeah.
Like, it's a playground for a military shooter.
Yeah.
And all of the props that are appropriate for that kind of activity.
But yeah, like, this honestly feels a bit to me more like Valhalla than it does any place Eastern Bloc, right? This place where you fight all the time and you are constantly battling with other people, and then when you die, nothing happens, you just go back to the beginning again. Right? You're constantly being resurrected.
Live, die, repeat.
Yeah.
So it's weird. It's like, is this game generic?
Well,
or is it, like, iconic?
I think the question is, what does generic mean in a shooter? Right? Like, generic, the definition of generic is, something that's devoid of novelty. But I think when we call something generic, we mean it's something that we don't really pay attention to
lag,
anymore.
though.
Yeah. So,
Vehicle?
Yeah, let's grab a vehicle and go... Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find a vehicle on the road, and then maybe we'll get lucky, and the zone will...
Call of Duty is generic.
We're playing a game mode here that I particularly enjoy, which I didn't call out.
Oh no.
But I am playing as a solo player, mixed in with squads of people.
Oh, you maniac.
I would disagree that, calling something generic is actually saying more about the culture in which something exists than it is about the product itself, right? Like, if you call something plain vanilla, right? Vanilla is a flavor. Vanilla is actually quite a valuable flavor. It's one of the more... Vanilla is not cheap stuff, right? It's not accurate to call...
Is this island more like a mosaic? But it's like a thematically consistent mosaic.
Yeah. Well, it's a pastiche.
Ow. You broke both your fucking legs.
Yeah. Okay, there's no vehicle in this garage.
Piss. Time to run.
Um,
And I mean, also maybe in keeping with the rest of the game's sort of stripped down to its bare basics aesthetic, the visuals as well. It's just like you have houses and trees and rocks and steel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just as much as everything has to be for this to work. Hey, a buggy.
Yeah. So right now you can queue for... I am a single player playing against squads of people. And I actually I've really started to enjoy this play mode. Not because it's hard. I wouldn't even say it's particularly much harder than playing against solos. In certain respects, it's actually quite a bit easier. Because when you're playing against 99 solo players, they will be quite evenly distributed throughout the play area. Whereas squads tend to clump up a lot more. It's like there are, instead of it being 99 players, it is like there are 24 players capable of looking in multiple directions at once.
Yeesh. So it's Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also means that you can take advantage of vehicles that people otherwise ignore, such as the buggy, which only has 2 seats.
Yep. Can we briefly visit on dropping pins on the map?
Ooh, yeah.
That little yellow thing you did.
Yeah. So you can, as one of your in-game ways of communicating with other members of your squad, you can right-click on the map and you will drop a color-coded pin.
That's keyed to your
player.
player.
Keyed to your player. So right now I am dropping yellow pins, and that indicates you can use that to communicate with
those
people.
will
I
show
want
up,
to go to Milta,
yeah,
and then that shows up on my compass at the top of my screen.
which you'll notice has a bunch of numerical references, which come in relevant only really in squad base, because then they become a valuable resource for you to tell your compadres where stuff is. If we get a group game going, you will probably see that happening a lot. Nice.
All right. The thing with being solos and squads is that if you meet another player, you had better hope that you're the one who's initiating contact, because you are not long for the world. I mean, you're not long for the world even when you're playing solos on solos in this game. But yeah, other teams are especially dangerous to encounter.
I like that people are still talking about vanilla.
I'm gonna grab a shotgun.
You know what I don't like about this game? It doesn't have an Obrez yet.
Yeah.
I want an Obrez.
What would it even do?
It's got a Groza, though.
Yeah, it's got the Gyoza.
Yeah, the Gyoza. Well, it would be like super duper powerful, real short range, real slow refire rate on each round. Maybe compare it to the ambush gun. And
well,
of course use 7.62.
I really like if you're not familiar with Russian homebrew guns, an Obrez is a Mosin Nagant rifle, bolt-action rifle. It was the standard infantry rifle of the Red Army during World War II.
So, you know what? This 30-inch barrel's too long.
Yeah, and you take it, and you saw it. It turns up in Russian media as kind of like the analog of the sawn-off shotgun of westerns.
Yeah.
And what it does is you pull the trigger and it fires out a 5-foot-long gout of flame, and a bullet has gone somewhere in a 180-degree cone in the direction you pointed it.
Yeah.
A bullet has gone that way.
Yep.
That's what happens when you pull the trigger on an Obrez.
And then somebody in front of you might turn into slush.
Yeah. Ooh, a level 3 helmet.
But they did.
Oh, SMG suppressor.
Yep. Nice.
We have a priority now.
Uh-huh.
Suppressors are one of the game-changing upgrades in this, because there are upgrades in this game that do change the way things work dramatically. And there was an interesting article in Waypoint about the scopes being the best video game upgrade in recent memory, because they I think they were compared to the Fire Flower in Super Mario Brothers.
Which is apparently like super crazy, insane powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Which it is.
But they're so powerful that they changed the way the game is played.
Yeah.
Right? Because with your iron sights, well, you lose actually quite a bit of your vision, and you no longer have like a very reliable way of...
Text talk.
I might find a vector.
I mean, you can store it on your...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
On my thing.
There you go.
Hold on, I'm going to net up. Scopes are power-ups, yeah. I would also argue that the suppressor is another extraordinarily powerful power-up.
And it's not often that actually becomes relevant in games, because I think I've played a lot of games where there are suppressors and they don't really do anything. Like the suppressor in, like, say, Stalker, for example, it's only really for show because the stealth mechanic in that game doesn't work.
Right.
But in this game, the sound design is so good that suppressors function how they actually do, which is you hear the shot, you just can't quite tell where it came from.
Right.
Whereas you might be able to be like, oh, it's from somewhere around here. You hear a suppressor. It's like, it could be anywhere over there.
Yeah.
It just broadens the sound and makes it quieter.
Because...
Which is frustrating because then it's like, I don't know where they are.
Because there are 3 audio cues in this game when you are shot at. One of them is the sound of the bullet going whee by your face, right? The other is the sound of the impact on a nearby object. The third is the crack and fire of the weapon firing. And you can use all of those very quickly once you have trained yourself by being shot at to be able to locate where you're being shot at from. What the silencer does is it removes the directional cues for one of those. So all you have is the sound.
Obfuscates them a lot.
So previously, like the last game when we were being shot at by someone who was quite far away because we didn't hear the suppressed shots at all. We just heard the bullets going by, and they weren't. It wasn't even very clear where they were impacting. So it was very difficult to effectively take cover from it.
Yep. It's like later on in the game when somebody has like an 8-time scope and a suppressed SKS, you just hear, and then you just start dying.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea where you are.
Yeah, I have
don't
no
know
idea
where
what to do.
take cover.
I don't know what the appropriate reaction to this is.
It's like sometimes even hitting the dirt isn't even the right play because you're actually just making yourself easier to hit.
Yeah, because unless you've oh, you're about to see what happens when you get into the blue.
Oh, are you gonna get grilled?
We might get a little
exfoliated.
We might get a little exfoliated here.
Oh,
we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Okay.
So the plane started here and it went here. I think I want to go here. I think we'll encounter a lower density of players to the south of this zone. And that's probably like one of the key elements of playing solos and squads is knowing where people are likely or unlikely to go.
What gold has Fosk laid on this time?
Yeah, it's about right. So this is
when we get to the white.
This is if you were paying attention there, you could see the bombing of the red zone. The red zone is like, I think it's a half-kilometer diameter circle that appears on the map. But knowing that it is always on players is useful information because now we know that there are people here.
I didn't know that before today, actually.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
I'm hoping that's true because if it's true, that's really valuable information.
Yup. Vroom, vroom.
If you can dodge a bullet, you can dodge a bull.
Wait. Blah, blah. I do enjoy that they had to hard code grass into the engine so that no matter how low you put your settings, you can't turn the grass off.
Yeah.
Because it's camouflage works in this game.
Yeah, like there is no draw distance for players.
Yeah.
Right? One of the upgrades you can get only in care packages is a ghillie suit. And if you're not familiar with a ghillie suit, A ghillie suit is essentially a flocked bodysuit that makes you
made
look kind of
largely
like...
out of jute.
Yeah, it's...
You
it's
look like a Wookiee.
Yeah, you look like a Wookiee. Or, what's his name? Muppet Show. The big, brown, fluffy monster.
I don't know.
He's got a really, like, disarmingly, like, gentle name. But that... It doesn't actually affect the distance at which your character appears on other people's screens at all. It just makes you green and
Fozzie
look
Bear.
like ground.
Sweetums? Oh, no, Sweetums.
Sweetums, yeah,
There you go.
Sweetums. It makes you look like Sweetums.
Thoughts on this versus Stalker? So different.
Yeah.
Incredibly different. The similarities, I would say, are that it is a shooter and that there are some similar weapons in it, but the similarities diverge very quickly because Stalker is much more about, a singular player, stockpiling and building up their own. I mean, there's that building up potential, but you're only ever against a linearly you're up against a linear progression of threats that are always controlled by AI. It's almost like you can barely compare single and multiplayer games anyway, but I think the similarities between these games are largely based on a little bit of their aesthetic.
That would be a bit like comparing Fallout to Call of Duty, right? Or Battlefield, actually, is probably more apt.
What I mean by linear progression is that, like, as you progress through areas of the game, through maps, the threats get worse. Like, the first guys you encounter are dudes who are kind of drunk and have a pistol or a shotgun. And then you encounter, like, the military, and then, like, you encounter the better military, and then you encounter, like, godlike super titan guys with armored suits that can headshot you from 1,000 yards in total darkness.
I'm going to switch over to a micro Uzi right now, not because it's a particularly good gun, although it is a very compelling way of transferring ownership of 25 rounds of 9mm ammunition.
Here, catch! Booker, catch!
But because it is, I have a suppressor for it, and the best weapon in this game is whatever you have a suppressor for. For reasons
usually
that we've discussed earlier.
I would say the best weapon in the game is the one most ideally suited for the situation in which you encounter a threat.
Yeah. Well, the actual best weapon in the game is whatever was used to kill you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there are some times in the game where you just have to fight someone who has a better suited weapon for the job. Maybe you're engaging someone at 200 meters, and they have an M16, and you've got an AKM.
Like, that's what I kind of dig about this game, is, like, if you ask the question, it's like, what's the best gun? It's like, ha ha ha, no such thing.
Yeah, it's like...
What's the best tool for what job?
Yeah, the AKM is an extraordinarily powerful gun, but if it's your only gun, you will die to somebody with a shotgun.
Probably, because you just can't DPS them faster than they can DPS you.
Well, an 8-power scope is a devastatingly powerful upgrade for most weapons.
From super long range, you're just going to be, like, killer. But then if you round a corner into somebody with a micro Uzi, looks like you're going to lose.
Yeah, because suddenly your ability to fire accurately at them has vanished.
Yeah, because if you, like, pull up iron sights, you're going to see, like, a muddle of a dude.
Yeah.
Or maybe just be able to snap off a couple of shots unscoped, and, well... So yeah, there's a definite benefit and argument to be made for diversifying your
loadout.
Yeah. Having a sort of, like, long-range solution and a close-range solution, or, like, two sort of medium-range solutions.
Yeah.
Or,
The best weapon in this game is, as MTV CDM said, is situational awareness.
Yeah, actually.
Because usually, if you work on your positioning and your movement, like being able to maneuver yourself into a situation where you are best able to make use of the weapons that you have, is going to be way more effective than being able to just, like, snap off shots effectively. Or it'll be more consistently effective. Like when I opened fire on that guy in the vehicle, what I was really hoping for was that I would get a lucky headshot, and that's no way to base a strategy. Although, watching highly skilled players play, they will encourage their teammates, if they see a vehicle driving by at like 200 meters away, just open fire, light it up. You might get a lucky headshot, and their ability to return fire is basically non-existent, so what's the harm?
So more peculiarities of the map. This river cutting through a large portion of the northern side of the island.
No.
Sorry, brah. And so this mistake is really going to cost you.
Yeah, this is one of the worst things that can happen.
So like a small misjudgment is potentially going to snowball because he's now lost the primary plan that he was on.
Yeah.
And now has to improvise.
We also just made a lot of noise and stopped suddenly in the middle of a wide open field.
Oh,
And we know
Look
for
at the care
certain
package.
that at least 4 people will be converging on that.
Well,
And that was the direction I was kind of hoping to go into.
wah, wah.
Yeah, one strategy there is stay in the car.
Yeah.
Our friend Jamie calls it the oopsie car.
The oopsie car.
You hide in plain sight. Nobody's
I've
going to stay in that car.
I've done that before. I actually just stayed in a parked car, and some guy walked within like 10 feet of me before he noticed that the car was occupied.
Yeah.
I should have like changed seats and returned fire at him, but I tried to drive over him, and he killed me. So the turning radius is not super tight.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to get into these trees, which offer me a bit of cover. Hopefully.
More decisions. There's a lot you can just sort of like work out without having perfect or even good map knowledge. Is you can just observe your surroundings and kind of think, well, there's cover over there. There's not cover over there. The zone is here. Let's do that.
Well, it's like, yeah, and I just really love the contextual validity of certain weapons and upgrades. Like the ghillie suit.
Well, it's contextual validity of everything.
Yeah, the ghillie suit is an extraordinarily powerful item to have in this game.
Doesn't matter if they know where you are.
Yeah, because I've won games in the middle of the zone, no cover, by just going prone.
Yep. You just lie there and don't move.
Yeah, and people will wander right over you.
I've had that happen before. Oh, yeah, my second place pacifist run. So, to give you an idea of what's possible in this game, I loaded into a game and it almost hard locked, and it was about halfway through before it finally evened out and I could find it playable. And I was like, well, let's do a pacifist run. So I tore off every scrap of equipment and clothing I had and just snuck my way around. Is that a boy? Oh, it's a boy.
It's a boy.
It's a boy. Which means it's 4 boys. Oh, let's see how this goes. Oh, this is going to be good. So...
It's 1 boy.
Is it? It's 1 and 1? This little drama that's about to unfold in front of us. Procedural storytelling. Almost.
Why is there no boom?
So,
Where's the shattering
he's probably
boom?
hiding. So yeah, I snuck around and I made it to second place because people thought I was a corpse a couple times. And finally the last guy trod on me, turned around, snapped off a shot, saw the blood cloud, and then unloaded on me. It was just like, I don't believe it.
These are not friends. The reaction of the boy on the roof.
Oh, jeez. Get him. Oh, God. No! Oh, he had a 249.
Yeah, I stood no chance.
Of course
he
you
had a
lose
two-
that.
Yeah,
It's like, I have an Uzi, you have a machine gun.
a literal machine gun.
It is amazing how good this game is for streaming. Somebody pointed out that this game is great for streaming because of its visual clarity. Like, it's real simple to pick up on what's happening.
Yeah.
Whereas even a game like Overwatch, as fun as it is, it's kind of a visual clusterfuck.
Yeah.
And if you don't-
There's so much information coded visually in that if you aren't very literate with what all the different colored beams are, you don't.
It's just like, I
It's
don't
probably
know.
actually quite overwhelming.
It's why I don't watch stuff like Dota and LoL and shit, because I'm like, I have no fucking idea what is happening,
Yeah.
and I don't really care to learn. Whereas this is just like, you're a dude on an island running around trying to shoot people and trying to not die. Like, that's really simple to grok.
Yeah. I have I have heard this game described as a horror experience.
It is.
Compared to Alien in particular.
Yeah,
with
actually.
like the sudden, like the slow ratcheting up of tension.
And
And that's, I mean, I think the aesthetic of Alien probably like works well here in that it's very workmanlike and used and run down. But I think that's actually a narrative arc that's common to most horror movies and honestly most movies. It's a constant ratcheting up of like some kind of if not tension, then whatever effect the film is going for. But I think this is absolutely absolutely be interpreted as a horror game. I'm not saying it is a horror game, but I think knowledge of horror stories is useful.
horror or like thriller if you wanted to be pedantic about it, I guess.
Yeah, I am.
There you go.
Now, Radio Shack, which is one place I like going to in this game, we've discussed, has really good loot for one person.
Which makes it not favored in
Squad matches. Serge and I were talking about solo and squad a bit, and Serge said the reason he doesn't play this solo is that the much more distributed arrangement of players in solo mode means that it's much more likely that you're just going to encounter some rando hiding in a bathtub with a shotgun.
I've had that happen.
I've done that.
So it was perfect. I went up to a collection of houses. I did a check. All the doors were closed. I opened one of the houses. The interior doors were closed. There was loot inside. I was like, perfect. I opened the door. There was a guy sitting in the bathtub who blew me away with a shotgun.
I have literally done that before.
It was a flawless trap.
One of the things I used to enjoy doing, before I kind of got bored of it, was going into a house, dropping my assault rifle and all of its ammunition in the spawn location, like one of the places where things spawn in that room, and then hiding in a corner with a shotgun, because people will see the loot. They will assume it's safe. They will go over and loot, opening their speaking of all-in-one solutions.
Oh, hello.
They'll open their menu, becoming extremely vulnerable, and then you just click on them with a shotgun a bunch, and then they go away. The downside is that you have to move because the corpse is kind of a dead giveaway that,
Yeah.
Okay, so we have one of the more controversial weapons in the game, the VSS.
You'll want to load it.
I did.
I'm sorry.
This is my third time.
Well,
loading
they
it.
added the ability to interrupt loads to open doors and stuff, which I really, really like, but you have to be aware of it.
The VSS is it's an actual Spetsnaz weapon, which are Russian special forces. It fires subsonic 9mm ammunition, chambered at something like 30 caliber, or like the diameter of the bullet, not the bullet, the cartridge is like 30 caliber, whereas the bullet itself is only 9mm. It's sub-caliber, I think is what that's called.
Maybe?
Anyway, it fires this weird-ass bullet. Goodbye, gun.
Nice. Oh, no, you gotta load it again.
It fires this weird-ass bullet below the speed of sound, so it doesn't actually make the bullet doesn't make the crack noise that we described earlier.
It also, instead of like a muzzle, it has a integrated suppressor. So
Yeah,
it's
it comes
real
with
quiet.
a 4-power scope and an integrated suppressor. It is called, at least I've seen it called, the paintball gun, because it doesn't hit particularly hard.
Well, in the game, anyways.
Yeah.
The real one hits real hard.
Yeah, the real one
was
is
designed to defeat body armor.
Yeah, defeats body armor
at range.
range.
But it's a video game, so.
Yeah. And it is a very, very... I like it as an all-in-one solution because in the final zone, where stealth matters, and firefights tend to be very quick and very bloody, the VSS takes away several important bits of information for your opponents.
Where you are is a big one.
And even among suppressed weapons, the VSS is very, very quiet. Actually, here.
Wow, that's That's quiet.
Headshot.
I wonder if they'd ever put a Delisle silent carbine in this game.
I don't know what that is.
It was a special forces weapon developed during the Second World War.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot like this, but I think...
Wait, what was that?
What was what? Well, you gotta move.
I thought I heard a door close.
This is a prime example of emergent storytelling. Absolutely. So many of the situations in this game are just sort of like... And then this happened. They were talking about putting an RPG-7 in this game, but they couldn't get it to work. Because the way they coded explosions, the first time they tried it, it got stuck on tiny pieces of geometry and didn't work at all. And then when they buffed it, it would kill people through walls, and that was OP.
Yeah.
So I think they actually just scrapped it.
So again, you will have seen, yes, opening and shutting doors is a way of communicating in a way with other players.
In this situation, though, we're
Closing doors.
Yeah, we're trying to steal time from other players,
Mm-hmm.
like intentionally baiting them to investigate areas that have already been looted, thereby costing them time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a valuable resource in this game.
Although in squads, solo in squads, frequently squads will avoid places with open doors, not only because the loot is probably gone, but because it is one place where people have been and may still be. So squads will quite frequently, when you're approaching a group of houses, you look at the doors, and if their doors are open, you don't go there.
Yeah.
So as a solo player in squads, you can try to spook off groups of players by leaving doors open.
Yeah.
And that might give you a bit of safety, or it might attract people who are just really fucking good at the game.
Yeah. As Not Bruno points out, another thing about this game is that in the absence of an explicit narrative, it's easy to overlay your own. Which is exactly the point I tried to really drive home when we were talking about Minecraft, which is just like, it presents you with this world and a set of contexts for it, and then the rest is up to you. And then the, firefights and little war stories you get into, the game has facilitated, but not explicitly, like, really coded into the game. Like that time you laid in a bathtub, and the guy didn't notice you, and then you like came after him and threw a grenade, and you missed the grenade, and then he came after you again, and you went like round and round. That's not really necessarily a thing that anybody intended to happen exactly as it did. But it did, and that was an experience that you get to have, and is potentially.
Okay. That's a suppressed automatic
That's
rifle.
good. That's bad.
I don't know where to go from here. We have no optics. Well, we have a VSS. Oh, shits. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're frosty. We're hip. We're happening. How are you doing? I'm fine. I'm gonna go to these houses.
To the middle?
And then maybe we can stop bleeding.
That'll be fun. You'll be fine. I'm grateful there's no bleeding mechanic in this game. Oh, right, healing in this game. Which has its own interesting little quirks. It's pretty simple. The white bar at the bottom is your health. Damage is your health. And they, I think, intentionally went with that because it's like, HP is a really, really simple solution on player vulnerability that has worked in like a million games. The quirk that they added is that all the items that are able to restore your health function a little differently. So the first aid kits will heal you up to and not exceeding 75% of your maximum health. Same with bandages. So a first aid kit you'll use it and it'll tick over about 8 seconds or so, and then when it's finished, it'll bump you up to 75% health. Bandages will restore a small piece of your health, again, up to and not exceeding 75%. Then the boost items, so the Red Bull energy drink and the painkillers, the pills, will give you a slow tick heal that will put you up to 100%.
Behold.
Over time.
So I'm going to use bandages here because we haven't been badly injured.
Yeah.
But it gives us a small effect here with, I think, 4 ticks. Is it 5 ticks?
Maybe. I have heard that it's worthwhile to sort of
slow roll bandages.
Yeah, I haven't tried it myself.
Ah, there we go. And then I'll use an energy drink, which will put a heal over time effect on us. Now the interesting thing is that if you'll notice it filled a bar.
The little orange bar.
That indicates your level of boost. Where it is now, you will see the small cross. That indicates that we are being healed by this level of boost. If you get into the next tier of boost, by consuming more boost items, you get a speed increase as you run. And if you are in that final little tiny bar, you get an aiming bonus, wherein your sights don't drift around as much.
Huh.
You can see right now
because you're so high on amphetamines that you can't miss.
Yeah. How did I get
a what?
A nugget.
Oh God. I kind of enjoy the reason they put this revolver in the game is it's the only revolver
that can be suppressed.
Yeah. Because the Nagant revolver, the specific revolver, the cylinders close when you pull the trigger, and so you can actually put a suppressor on it. Because most revolvers have a cylinder gap and the gas escapes and causes a noise and fouling and all this other shit. But they kind of kindly left out that you need really special bullets for it.
I could really use a proper room clearing weapon. This is not what I want.
Bonus stream of just Alex talking about Soviet era weapons. Yeah, maybe. Actually, you should just watch Forgotten Weapons. That show's pretty hella. We're so clever when we're coming up with ways to kill each other.
Yeah, it's super handy. We're really good at it.
A lot of practice.
Several million years of various different articulations of like, oh, I wish this guy would stop talking.
Oh God.
Alright, so I remain unsatisfied with my loadout of weapons. So that means I'm going to continue to look through more houses. And previously, in other streams, I have discussed the looting mechanic. Well, no, wait, did we already talk about this? The fact that it's a Skinner box?
Oh, yeah.
They totally saw us.
They totally saw you.
Eat shit.
Oh boy, watch this corner.
Watch those corners.
Oh, there they go.
It's one person.
Is it? Wait, why did... He's got buddies. Oh boy!
Oh.
Dang. They were engaging another team in that building?
I think so.
Hoo-wee!
Or no, they thought that's where I was. They thought I was upstairs on the balcony.
Do you want to take a break?
Let's take a quick break.
We're already like an hour and a half in.
Yeah, and we are not even really near finished talking about this. After the break, actually, we might come back with a different game mode after the break.
Yep.
All right, but we'll see you guys shortly in like 5 minutes.
Also, no commercials?
No commercials right now, I think.
Enjoy that.
Hey everyone, we're back. Actually, I'm going to put us over to the left corner so people can see the map.
Can Kate hear us?
Uh,
I hope so.
yeah, I've unmuted and undeafened us. So we are back with a new friend, and we are going to try a different game mode. So
I'm the friend.
Okay, you are alive.
So the friend who is joining us is our friend Kate, who you might recognize from her own Twitch channel over at twitch.tv/Kate.
Famous PUBG partner Kate.
Yeah, Kate's the real deal.
It's
Hey,
me.
Kate, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
So we are going to play a different game mode than the one we've been playing. We will be playing duos.
But first, Kate, what's your playtime on this game?
310 hours?
I remember back when I only had 310 hours.
What the fuck?
The salad days
What
of my
the
youth.
fuck, Cam?
I've got
have-
problems.
Cam, what are you at?
I don't want to talk about it.
What are you at?
360. Yeah, I know.
I took 3
What?
weeks off.
You did.
What?
Okay.
I went to Europe
okay.
and I took 3 weeks off.
Okay, I feel much better then.
Yeah.
All right.
I probably would have been damn near 400 if I hadn't gone on holiday.
Well, you'll get there someday, kid.
Anywho,
One day.
All right. Shall we play?
Let's
Hell
play.
yeah.
So we've talked about how this game is from a solo perspective. Would you believe that the dynamic of the game changes dramatically as you start adding players? So we're going to start off basic with a friend.
Yeah. So, as you saw, it took us quite a while to loot ourselves up to a place where we felt comfortable with what our weapons and armor and consumables were. When you are playing...
Servers are down.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
guys.
Oh, no.
No.
No, we got in. We got
yeah,
in.
We're good.
Okay.
Sorry.
So,
Sorry to interrupt.
in duos and squads, equipping players takes more than 2 to 4 times as long.
Yeah.
You need to suddenly hit much, much richer areas of the map. You can no longer scavenge from a couple of sheds enough rifles or submachine guns to equip a group of players.
However, you are able to diversify your loadout much more effectively. You have many times more viewpoints and more firepower.
Yes.
But more targets to be hit.
Absolutely.
So that makes it interesting. And then there's sharing.
Yeah,
Sharing is caring.
exactly.
And sharing with your teammates is an investment in your own survival. So there is, at once more, an implicit incentive to do so. There's Milta Power.
Yeah, Milta Powers right here. This is actually one of my least favorite
The Povka?
flight paths.
It's not good, but...
We could... Oh, there's Kate communicating with us right now. Carter. Bunkers.
Bunker.
Home.
Home.
Kate, what do you think? Military
Yeah,
base?
home sounds good.
Oh!
It's directly over the flight path, so I'd be down for
Oh.
like jumping here.
Yeah, I like those more.
Okay.
So as you can see, we're engaged. We have about 30 seconds here to decide where we're going to go.
Wow, there's only 48 players?
Oh, the servers are
servers-
way... Yeah.
Yeah, the servers are busted.
Nice. Well, maybe we'll survive.
Yeah. So we're aiming for these buildings that are kind of out in the middle of fields, but they're nicely situated between 2 areas of relatively high cover.
Easy
We
talk.
appear to be clear on boys.
That is good. Oh, and maybe we should explain what we mean by boys. Boys is
B-O-I-S.
BOIS. Yeah, it's been adopted from
McElroy's.
yeah, the
Mabim-
McElroys.
Mabim-
Mabimbam. My brother and me, where they kind of refer to humans generically as boys.
As boys.
Ooh, sorry. Look over at Northeast and look at the person long popping.
Oh, that pop, though! Look!
Oh, wow.
Up in the sky.
Oh, I went somewhere different, Cameron.
Oops.
Oh, uh-oh. I totally went somewhere different then. Well, hey, we can split up here and reconvene later, right?
Sure.
There's only 47 people. We're good.
Yeah, I didn't see anyone really nearby, although now I did just see a chute disappear over the trees to my west.
I think it's best you don't think about that.
So we have lots of our own names for,
Yeah, nicknames end up being really useful, quick ways to reference anything.
I think home came about because Kate and Tom, our friend Tom, went there quite early.
Yeah, I think it was like me and Jordan and Joe, actually. It's just we
Okay.
kept going there, and I was like, this feels safe.
Yeah.
This is nice. Let's go home.
Let's go home. sorry to explain something earlier. Long popping is if you pop your chute early, you can go way further horizontally because it takes you much longer to fall. It takes longer overall than doing like a straight down drop, which is just like you hit the ground as fast as you can. But yeah, like a long pop, you can go for just like mass distance.
Can I also just point out, in recent games, I've been calling myself the 4-time scope whisperer.
Oh yeah, you've been on a hot tear.
Ha.
Every single round I have played, I have found a 4-time scope.
Well, let's see.
I ran into the first house and I found 2.
Pleased to be explaining fuckboy. Well, in the context of this game, a fuckboy is anybody who's trying to kill you.
Yep.
Who may or may not be.
Cam, I have a scope for you.
Yeah.
Oh, our hero.
Oh, God, come home for our team. Get. Cut.
Well, I've just found my first gun.
Pistola!
It's a P92.
That's good.
Oh, but I also just found a Car 98.
Whoa, burr!
So that 4-power
Must-
scope is going to a good home.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I've got an SKS as well.
Oh, all right.
We're gonna be snipey boys today.
Yeah. I'm hoping. Let's see. All right,
Okay.
I've got a close-in
In the
weapon.
zone.
I've got a close-in weapon and a long-range weapon.
So-
they're both over 100 years old at this point.
That's good. So, do you remember when I... Oh, unfortunately, we'll be hearing that. We'll get to it later. Remember when I talked about this game being like a patchwork of like the most iconic locations from every action film and military shooter ever?
Mm-hmm.
The firearms in it are the same.
Yeah.
So you'll notice Cam is armed with a Kar 98K, which is the German main battle rifle from the Second World War. He also has...
Well, I think also the First World War. The 98
Yeah.
refers to 1898.
And the shotgun you have is I want to say American trench broom,
I think this is a Remington pump-action shotgun.
like the 1886.
Or-
Or I don't remember the exact...
Whoa!
Hi! Mom!
Sorry, is that a boy?
No,
it's-
that...
Oh.
It's us.
Yeah.
And all the other weapons are like that. It's just like, you've got an AKM, which is like what most people think an AK-47 is.
Mm-hmm.
Which sort of is. The distinguishing features of the AKM include the corrugated dust cut. Anyway.
Oh my god.
But shut up!
Just pushes glasses directly through skull.
Actually. Yeah, it's just like sort of, a gun otaku's like best of. You've got, and they all have names that are sort of obfuscated in the way that video games do that, so they don't have to pay the licensing fee to get the actual thing. So, but there's a Colt 1911, a Beretta 92F, Glock 18, the Nagant revolver we talked about. There's the HK416, which was basically the Germans took the AR-15 and were like, we like your American rifle, but we think that we could make some improvements, mainly around the receiver portion. We will use...
Hey.
Oh, hi!
It's my friend Cam!
It's my friend Kate.
Hey, bud.
What is up?
Where do you want to go?
West?
Go
West?
west.
Northwest?
Hell yeah.
Where?
Let's-
Hell yeah.
Northwest? Where the boys are. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's-
we're gonna need to head that way anyways.
There's a Vector Super V in this game.
Which is now like the
It's the latest
space
like
gun
hot
of choice.
space.
Yeah.
I think it's supplanted the
P90?
maybe not even the P90, but maybe the P90 unseated the Steyr AUG, and then the Super V unseated the P90 as like the hot space gun.
Yeah.
The Vector Super V is a 45 caliber submachine gun whose action knuckles back and down, and it dramatically reduces muzzle climb.
Mm-hmm.
It also has a 2-round burst.
Cameron, what's your kit right now?
I have a Car 98, a pump-action shotgun, and a 9mm pistol. I'm also at
come here.
232.
Take that.
Oh, hero. What is your loadout right now?
An UMP9 and SKS.
I have a flash hider and a postscript and a...
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I just need the flash hider.
Okay.
Well, the vectors aren't pistols. It's a submachine gun.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's, like, a new thing.
This feels weird knowing there's only 33 boys.
Yeah, that is weird.
It is very small out here right now.
Have you guys discussed destructible fuckboy shacks?
We have demonstrated a destructible fuckboy shack.
Chef kiss, beautiful.
Yeah,
it's very good.
So, I loved with Joe Kim. We were playing and we're driving through them and we're yelling shack before we hit one, and then we were driving through one and we were driving up to one and realized it was not in fact a fuckboy shack, but was rather in fact a shipping container, and our joy turned to terror.
Well,
Cameron.
Yes.
This buggy.
Oh,
Ooh.
that seems good.
A spawn or a human?
Well,
Spawn.
Spawn. I think this is. I remember other vehicles popping here before.
Oh yeah, there's a first aid kit in here.
Okay, I'm going to clear out the farmhouse then.
Yeah, get fucked, boy shack.
Sorry, Kate. Our attention might be scattered during this
Nope,
game.
that's okay.
It'll be
I feel
exciting.
bad interrupting, but
No, not at all.
we still want to win.
Yeah. Oh well, obviously.
We will do our best. It would be really great if we got chicken dinner on this stream.
Yeah.
Chicken dinner, for those of you who have not played this game, is a euphemism for winning the game, because at the end, whereas when you lose it says better luck next time, which is a really kind of cold thing to say of someone who just got shot in the face.
Mm-hmm.
It says winner winner chicken dinner.
Yep.
So
I think it's actually a really cute little
cute and
dumb
weird
thing.
And
Yeah.
also just like, I think that to me that implies something about the like sociopathic nature of whoever the fuck put you in this situation in the first place. It's
so,
like better luck next time.
yeah, it's
You know,
it's
some
very
sort of
game
like
show.
insane mastermind. You know, this is his like vanity project where he's like, I want to get 100 people on an island, and you all have like hidden GoPros.
Yeah. Did you see where that went? Because it flew directly over us.
It did. I ran out, and
Okay.
it looks to have not dropped anything, although it might be deep southwest.
Hmm.
We will get your subs at the end. We have to leave them unmuted, unfortunately, because that's what channel Kate is coming in on.
Yeah.
I think. Is it? Hang on. Here, Kate, talk for a minute.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, no, there we go. It's fine. We can still hear you.
Okay, cool.
Beep.
I'm really happy you guys aren't using the other mic.
Oh, I just
We
have
also
it on
put it off the desk.
Yeah,
so
we
that
moved
we
it.
don't...
I got a ladder and put it on one of the steps.
You are brilliant,
So it doesn't-
people.
What, we aren't like keyboarding inside your skull right now?
Oh,
Yeah, that was the worst.
that is good. Somebody pointed out a movie that I don't think can not be mentioned when we're talking about this game, and that is the movie Battle Royale. Which the book came first, didn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think it was a light novel, which is like a serialized Japanese.
Yeah. The basic
novel.
premise is that there's a program that people are voluntold into, school kids from high school, where they're thrown on an island, much like this. They're given random assorted bags of maybe weapons and some supplies and a map, and told to kill each other until there's one left. And there's a bunch of like underpinnings about why the hell they're doing that are covered in the movie and stuff, but this game mode is kind of a representation of that idea of just like throwing a bunch of strangers together and just being like, go at it. You don't get it quite as much of the sort of social aspect that is revealed in the movie, like how people cope with this situation they're put in. Like very early on, there's like a cowardly character who fires the first shot because he's like, I'm so weak and stupid, I have to kill everybody first before they take me out. Some people just reject the program entirely and throw themselves off a cliff. And then, like alliances and so forth are sort of forged. There's not as really that aspect in this game because, it's a video game and it's like for keeps and for wins. But yeah, it's certainly something we need to mention. That this is.
Cameron, do you have an AR?
I do
Reference
not.
Okay. I also have 762 for you.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
And there's a level 2 vest in here, but I think you're already at 2.
Yes, I'm at 232.
Yeah. Also, Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
So Battle Royale is just a movie?
No, it's a book and a movie and a really unpleasant manga.
Because PlayerUnknown's Twitter handle is Battle Royale mod.
Oh. Well,
that was the
Battle Royale does lend its name to this. Oh, hey.
Got
Got a present
What?
for you, Kate. Do you have an assault rifle?
No, but is that a suppressor?
Yeah.
Then yes,
okay.
I do have an assault rifle. I'm running back to the house I just saw one at. I needed to get rid of my ump anyways, but I didn't have enough ammo. But this is now worth.
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
I have
the manga's
the
unpleasant by
crest.
design, but it's really unpleasant. It's just like, do you like exquisitely rendered gore and just like people like crying and snotting as they get killed? It's bad. Well, for various interpretations of bad. I think it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Not excessive. Gratuitous. The comic is so gratuitous.
Cameron,
But
do you
that's
need
neither
9
here nor
mil?
there.
I could use some 9mm, yes.
Okay, I got you. Oh, this is gross.
Are you using 5.56 or 7.62?
5.56.
I will grab this box of ammo for you then.
Thank you.
So, as we were saying earlier,
Vehicle?
Oh, where?
East.
east.
Ooh,
Popcorn.
Popcorn in this context means gunshots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm running over to you.
What do your elf eyes see? So you see the decisions that we talked about that the players sort of make organically on their own are now compounded and sort of synergized with their partner. Because you sort of have to communicate, who should do what, who should carry what, where you're going together. There's a discussion, and that gets even further complexified in like 3s or 4s as a squad.
Oh shit, no, I need that 7.62.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you didn't take it.
Yep.
Car coming up.
Yeah, I hear it.
I think it's on the top of the hill over at south.
That seems reasonable, which means we're pretty blind here.
Is zeroing distance worth mentioning? It's a gameplay mechanic. Because there's bullet drop in this game, you can change the zeroing distance of your scope. There's a tiny little indicator at the bottom.
They just left.
That says that.
Okay.
It's just adjusting your scope to compensate for bullet drop.
No, they didn't.
Fuckers. Get
Cameron, they're just going up the hill. Might be another car, but they're over at 165.
All right.
There's 2 UASs, so
Interesting.
each of them have one.
2 asses.
Oh, get out.
All right, I'm gonna head downstairs with you then.
Yeah.
All hands are billboarders.
Oh, hell yes.
Wait, what? Borders to the...
What a good coat.
Oh.
Oh yeah, not bad at all.
Convoy.
Okay.
So they're over at like 195 by now.
I cannot see anything.
So much of this game is just observation and positioning. And just like a little bit of shooting. Like, it's weird to have like a shooter game that doesn't always focus all that much on the actual shooting part. Like, you can win a game without firing a shot or by firing very few shots.
So what's our play here, Kate?
Checking where that plane's going and seeing if there's a supply drop.
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I wasn't talking. I just picked up the wrong thing.
Oh.
What are the clothing options offered to the players tell you about the world they're inhabiting? I think it's the same aesthetic as everything else.
Drop at 165, about 1 kilometer.
It's real far. They're just sort of like
We could
clothing that action heroes would be wearing.
We
Do you
could
have a
go.
spare scope? Just like even a red dot?
Yeah, I've got a spare red dot.
Sick.
I will. Yeah.
TY.
No,
That's
wait,
a
hold on.
P92. That's right. Thank you.
Are we going to go and challenge this?
I mean, we're safe where we are.
Very true.
It's real far.
It is real far.
That's my 2 cents.
And we do know that there are people out there.
Yeah, fuck it.
Only 23 of them, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a small circle for 25 alive.
It's actually a reasonable circle.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm going up to
the
the second floor again.
Okay.
Is your ump on single fire?
Oh, it is.
It sure is.
I dropped it.
I fucking died doing that shit before.
Yeah. I love how the ACOG, or the 4-power scope, actually has...
Mill dots that actually work?
Yeah, so the top of the triangle is zeroed. The top of the ladder, the very top of the ladder, is 200, then 400, 500, 600.
Yeah, so if you aim using those chevrons down there, it compensates for bullet drop.
Yeah.
For distance.
And for those of you not familiar with the game, every large grid on the map is 1 kilometer square. Every smaller grid inside is 100 meters. So the small map off to our side over there, we can see the grid on it and use that to determine the range to our target.
So it's like if you can spot a landmark, you can estimate the range and then set your scope accordingly and compensate for the distance. I've never tried this with the scope on the
the VSS?
But the little incline is a range estimator.
Yeah,
where if you bracket a 6-foot target like a human between it, it will.
Oh, fuck me.
Was it on purpose?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He did it on accident. If you bracket a human-sized target between the 2 lines, it will give you an estimate of their range. The PSO-1 series of scopes and some of the POSP scopes will have that rangefinder. Who the fuck put a rail on a Car 98K?
Yeah.
Bubba. My name's Bubba. I'm gonna put a rail on a Car 98K.
Who went around putting body kits on all the SKSs?
Yeah. Fucking Tapco shit. Oh, Dix has some insight about ACOGs. Fun fact about ACOGs, you might see soldiers doing pictures. I put a piece of tape over the part of the ACOG where the mercury bit collects light to help dim the brightness to make it easier to see the chevron.
Oh. All right, a new zone has appeared.
Aw, beans. We gotta hoof it.
Yeah, we do. Oh, on the quarry.
No,
That's
quarry
actually
sucks.
the worst.
Yeah, the quarry is a miserable location in
But
this
it
game.
was in the trailer, so it's gotta be the best.
All right, let's
ready.
go.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, that supply drop though.
What?
Wait, where is it?
Top of the hill at 150. I see the red smoke.
Oh no.
Oh, yo.
Oh boy.
Suppress shots.
Yeah, from the west.
Yeah, so you can hear vaguely the direction, but you have no precision on where the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Also, because you didn't hear any shots zing by you, you're not even sure if they're shooting at you.
They probably are not.
No.
Now there's returning fire from our south.
Okay, there's definitely shots wet. Oh god.
Shall we move to this copse of trees to our west? Into the shadow?
I mean,
Corpse cops?
or
that's where they're gonna be. I say we just use the opposite side of this ridge
agreed.
and go around the back.
You want to
Let
get
them
some
fight.
good headphones for this game. Or, oh, there's a Waz.
Oh,
It's moving.
there is. Car to our
Ooh.
east.
Yeah, they're probably going for the supply drop.
Can you goof them up?
Yeah, I think we can goof these guys good.
Okay, hold up.
Oh, there they go.
Moving up to this rock.
Moving up to the tree to the side of the rock.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
Ooh.
Let that happen.
Well, let's take them out when they're reloading.
Yeah, good call.
So, the organic nature of these
The zone is actually collapsing too quickly.
Shit.
We need to go.
Yeah,
I'm not going to commentate this too much, just watch.
please. Thank you. Ah! Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
I'm assuming you guys have talked about how the blue takes different damage depending on how many people
Yeah.
are alive.
Oh, it's going to eat you alive this time.
No.
We're gonna be
close.
fine. We're gonna be fine.
I'm gonna need to sit down and heal, like, now, though.
Yeah.
They shed a player. He's crawling.
Oh, God!
He's crawling. Get him.
Look at my health!
I'm gonna get this guy when he goes to get his teammate up.
I'm suppressed if you want me to do that.
Oh, he died. He just ran out of health.
Oh, it killed somebody. Headshotted the other player.
Somebody else had
Holy
the same
shit.
plan you did.
I'm going to move forward.
Yeah, I can't afford to get eaten at all on this zone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is so miserable.
Oh god, I hate this so much.
This is the worst. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone in the history of the universe.
This is where I got killed with the crossbow last time.
What?
Oh.
Just one shot in the back of the head.
We have to move down.
Yep. Yeah, this is where we get killed.
Rip. It's been an honor.
I think he's between those.
Oh, there's somebody in this one right here. He's inside of here.
I'm gonna grenade.
No, Cameron, no.
Oh.
I was shooting him. He's right in the corner. He's got a level 3 helmet. He's completely kitted.
What? There was another man behind that man.
Oh well. Okay.
No, you were shooting at my dead body.
Yeah.
So the story that little like unfolded there of just like the confluence of events, that exact sequence will never happen again.
Yeah.
Not in the same way. And every game is like that.
One more?
Uno más?
Yes.
Hmm.
That's annoying because I saw like the body that he killed clip out of the thing. So it was like, oh, easy. Let me just go in. And he was in menu, but because he had better armor than I did, I went in and I emptied into him, but he took like 2 shots at me and I had less good armor.
What a dick.
Yeah, he blew my helmet off with 1 shot. Oh, sunset map.
Yep.
My fave.
See, every time you play, you sort of learn something. Because that sort of, discussion afterwards, it's like, what happened? What could you do better? That sort of stuff.
Yeah, if I had sent
Or just like horrible
a
blame.
frag grenade into there, would have been fine.
Moichido kudasai.
I mean, we could talk a bit about the game's, like, obsessively Russian aesthetic.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, it's real Russian.
I mean, what do we assume when we see Russian things? Like, what does Russian code for us?
Well, in this context, like, tech from the 60s that's utilitarian. Green, brown, and gray.
Yeah, like, there's the weird, like, super utilitarian, pragmatic, weirdly hyper-masculine, but also completely batshit popular perception of, like, Soviet Russia, right? Yeah, and it's actually not Russian, it's Soviet. Like, there are red stars everywhere. The military base has, like...
It's a very particular, like, it's the sort of platonic ideal of, like...
Yeah.
All the fire shooting out is so stupid.
So we will wind up here.
Cardassians.
Yeah.
Yeah, low tech but durable items. In Russia, women can be hyper masculine too. I love that image of like the
frag out.
Sure. Of the
Let's frag
GIs
out.
like carrying the log with the like pained expression, and then the like babushka doing the same thing, smiling.
Yeah, the
It's really cute.
also a kind of like weird brutality.
Oh yeah, it's like brutalist architecture.
Well, brutalist architecture, but also just kind of like
There's a tiny handful.
uncaring. Life is cheap.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a tiny handful of monuments in this game that do follow that aesthetic. It's sort of like
1, 2, 14,
oh boy,
All right.
17
17 what?
Other men.
boys
Oh boy.
Okay.
between school, apartments, and Roz.
Swimming pool?
Express
Or do we
elevator
challenge?
to hell. Going
Do we challenge the
down.
roof?
Challenge the roof.
Okay.
Oh, it's raining men.
So what we call a frag out round is a round in which our life expectancy is not expected to be very high because we are dropping into an
There's a
environment
monument.
with oh yeah, the star.
This boy is a gun. This boy is a gun. I'm jumping off.
Okay.
Oh, that micro though. Hoo-wee!
Sorry,
Okay.
Cameron.
I'm jumping off as well then. I do not have a gun.
I don't either. I landed directly in front of a guy picking up a gun, and he loaded it and pointed at me.
Rude. Okay, I'm going to swimming pool.
Oh, yeah, me too. Some guy has a shotgun behind me and is just paving people.
So in stark contrast to many of the early rounds Cam had, this one is just like starting hot.
Yep.
This represents different ways you can play the
Oh,
game.
I didn't pick up the grenade.
Oy, oy, oy.
Please be gun. Please be gun. Please be gun. Please be gun. Where's gun?
Where gun? Is that a boy? Oh, that was Kate.
That's Kate.
It's me. It's me.
So technically, yes, but
Oh, this place is supposed to have high loot spawns.
There's a vest in here.
That's a good place to store bullets, yes.
oh, this also this
There's a
swimming
handgun down here.
Okay.
this swimming pool cribbed chapter and verse from Pripyat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cameron, there's a M16 right here.
Okay, on my way,
It's
on my
it's
way.
clipped into the wall.
Oh, I hope you can pick it up.
No, you can.
Okay,
What's that noise?
that's Kate.
Oh,
That's a shotgun.
Billy.
Yeah. I think that's in the auditorium, though.
Let's get up
can't-
on
I
the...
can't get out of here. Okay.
Let's move upstairs.
Hoses.
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 Hey, you.
What's your current loadout, Kate?
I have an M16 with 30 bullets in it. And that's it.
All right, nobody's up
And a
on the
helmet.
Nobody's up on the roof anymore.
Okay. Yeah, and I have a level 1 helmet and a level 2 backpack.
I think leaving this on single is probably a good idea considering he only has 30 rounds.
Yeah. And the M16 is reasonably accurate.
Aw, Suck a Fat Chode died.
Oh,
Oh.
poor suck-a-fat chode.
He sucked
okay,
his
Cameron?
last fat
Yes?
chode.
I'm gonna...
Are we YOLOing this?
Can you?
Oh, Jesus. Done it before.
Headshot.
As you think of it, the Soviet architecture is the detritus of a fallen empire. So perhaps the element of tragedy, but definitely a feeling that this island is a place that is being tossed away.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I mean, decay is certainly a theme in this. Like, this island seems like it was evacuated in a big hurry,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of stuff left behind. So, in that sense, it kind of evokes areas like
Pripyat. Yeah.
which was literally abandoned overnight, never to be returned to again.
Mm-hmm. Like, Pripyat is the city around Chernobyl. And if you go into Pripyat, if you don't particularly value your life,
Oh, guys.
It looks a lot
Cameron,
like
Cameron,
this.
Cameron,
Yeah.
stop. Sorry, there is a guy staring out the window in the corner of the school. Or in the corner of the auditorium.
Behind
I'm
you.
looking at him right now. He is waiting for me. He's coming to the window.
okay. There was also a guy behind me.
Yep.
I think I heard him. Well, go get him, boys. Wee! Wow! Wow! Was that a Pro Genji?
That Was that a pro Genji?
Was that a pro Genji? Just all out
God damn it. Have you made any Doomfist me daddy jokes yet?
Not yet. I
I'm
only
really leaving
just
those
heard
to
of,
L.
Seems like their territory. I only just recently heard that they were actually doing that as a character.
Yeah, I'm a little
He
sad.
got introduced today.
Yeah, I'm a little sad it's not Terry Crews.
That's a shame.
Everyone is.
Yeah, I imagine Terry Crews is heartbroken.
Yeah. I mean, how long do you figure it's going to be before there's a Terry Crews sound pack?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really. But yeah, his powers are fisting, and fister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can...
What class is he?
He looks like a tank.
But he's offense.
Ooh.
Melee offense. Huh. Well,
Really?
Grrr.
Interesting.
He gets defense from offense.
Ooh.
So.
I would love it to be an undocumented feature in the game that if you could get 20 people together, like, firing at the plane as it goes overhead, you could shoot it down.
Oh man, how cool would that be?
But only if you can get cooperation from, like, 5 or 6 teams.
Wow. But then what would it be? It's actually not a bad looking game when you get the graphics set up high enough.
Yeah, it's... Yeah,
It's almost weird, like, because I thought the game looked really generic to start, but as I played it, it kind of weirdly has a kind of subtle identity to it.
Mm-hmm. It's... Yeah, it's,
in its kind of combination of everything.
yeah, it's got a very distinctive character to it. It reminds me actually a lot of, like, the abandoned areas in Half-Life 3.
You mean Half-Life 2?
Yes, Half-Life 2.
What a tease.
Sorry, I have not
What a
played
tease.
Half-Life 3. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say Half-Life 3.
You heard it here
Half-Life
first,
3
folks.
doesn't exist.
Confirmed.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
I mean, I went to Valve a couple months ago.
Did you see them not making games?
Yeah, there was this whole floor that just said Half-Life 3. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. Where to?
Oh, the worst flight path ever.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah, you choose.
Straight
Do we
into-
want, like, coastal rating, like these groups of houses? I think we can make it.
What about Lipovka with the AFKs?
Oh, hell yeah.
I've recently encountered people... Dix, I think. Dix was having problems getting the game online in DC, so I dropped with him. Well, his connection was bad, as an AFK drop, and there were people playing Possum with the AFK drops.
Wow.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now.
So we're gonna land on Lumberyard.
Cool. Yeah, there's a person next to me who is a possum currently. You can tell because they turn.
They turned?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna land first, and I'm going to get a gun.
Okay, Cameron.
Oh.
There is a. Yeah, there's a bunch of actual real people here.
Lumberyard.
There's a girl next to me, and she's a fake.
She's a fake
person.
AFK.
Oh, she fake.
I'm gonna.
She fake AF though.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Somebody
go
just
in.
came in here.
Hoi! Nang, 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 nang. No, no. Oh, honey. What flavor grenade was that?
Smoke,
Smoke.
smoke, smoke.
Get that boy. The insane, like, frenetic nature of the first, like, few seconds of the game are really something. You want to switch that on. Find this boy. Where'd he go?
Kate, I'm coming to you.
Oh, that person ran away from me, but I think they're going to get a gun. So I'm gonna also run away.
Smoke nades every day.
Let's run down this way.
Yeah, let's go to Lipovka.
There is a stack of people who headed over there.
Okay, well, let's head not to Lipovka then.
Yeah.
How about
Let's go to
Milton
these
Power?
houses
Yeah.
at least.
Oh, we can see melted power. Actually, this will be great.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can see the red and white stack right next to the cooling tower. Really clear references to 3 Mile Island and the Chernobyl NPP, both of which had meltdowns, and both of which are like really clear in the sort of social consciousness. That cooling tower you'll also know from The Simpsons, which references it for the same reason, because it's super unsafe in that show.
I'll hit the for the south house.
I didn't know for the longest time that 3 Mile Island did actually experience an actual meltdown.
Really? I thought it was only a partial.
Well, yeah.
I guess partial is...
When they mothballed it inside the reactor chamber, there was like a puddle.
Oof.
I might be sort of exaggerating there, but it was no bueno.
Shit.
Yeah, the radar...
There's a Dacia outside.
Nice.
Excellent.
The radar array on the military base is also a direct reference to the Duga 2 array, also located near Chernobyl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was I think it was like some sort of, I don't remember exactly what it did. I should know this, but it's another like Cold War relic.
Do we want to get the houses across the street? too?
Sure. Yeah, let's grab that car and go over there.
Yeah. Wait,
Is
where's
there
the
one?
Dacia? Oh, right there. Yeah.
Okay.
We could run into Milta Power. Or did people go in?
I think people went in. I'm assuming
right.
they would have, but I'm
yeah,
not
let's
sure.
not challenge it then.
No.
A holographic site superimposes a graphic over a sheet of glass of a crosshair, and it does so in such a way that it always like actually aims where the gun aims. So you get a nice big open sight picture with like a little overlay.
Yeah.
So there's not as much to impede your vision.
If you remember your high school physics, you might remember a component in your optics unit that talked about virtual images, right? When you're talking about like, this is the reflected image and this is the virtual image. The reflector scope makes use of the virtual image in order to,
What did you find?
sniper rifle suppressor.
Neat.
Nice helmet.
Yeah, I'm feeling strong here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a heads-up display.
But the thing is that when you move your head, the reason a heads-up display is used in a plane is because pilots come in all different sizes, and they found in World War II, putting an iron sight on like a Spitfire doesn't work, because when you're in a plane, you're moving around a lot, and your iron sight, you might look at your iron sight and it's actually going off to the side. But if you have a heads-up display that's a reflector, then no matter where your head is, the way optics work mean it will always be forward.
I'm also told that optics like this work with a both eyes open approach, which means you don't have to like close one eye to aim down it. You can just like have both eyes open and it'll be over where you're aiming. Aren't we clever?
So do we want to head north?
I want to head wherever you want to go, Cam.
Aw,
In the
thank
bay.
you, Kate.
In the mire.
Ooh, I do not want to drive them.
Okay.
In the mire.
Oh, see that supply drop?
Yeah, the one directly over Milta.
Get it?
I'm not kidded enough to even
I don't want to challenge it.
attend.
I'm going to take us near Roshok because that's towards the north of the circle, and the flight path was over the southern half of the island.
Sounds good. I have a scar with 30 bullets.
Nice.
Do we want to loot?
This
Here?
was close to where all those AFKs dropped.
Okay.
PUBG, a continual string of bad decisions
Yep.
in a bad situation.
This game is perfect and beautiful.
It's very good.
Let's go here. I like just ahead of us for
Yeah,
now.
sick. Oh yeah, passing by Via.
Yeah, poor Via.
Oh, we love Via.
This is that's Superman.
Villa?
The
Oh yeah, that's that hill.
Yeah, that's that hill.
Superman Hill?
Yeah, Superman Hill.
That video
That
was
was-
amazing.
Like,
that
I
was
think he won PUBG forever.
yeah.
To give you an example of the kind of insane thing that can happen in this game, there's a video. If somebody has a link to it, please post it. So his buddy's pinned. His partner's like, I'm coming for you. Drives up the cliff. Like, gets air, bails out of the car onto the roof, and like from behind, surprise attacks the guys crouched on the roof.
The car lands on the roof of the house.
Cameron.
Yep.
Door
Doors are
open.
over.
Doors are open here. There was still loot here, though. There's a vehicle moving. It's to the south.
It's coming towards you.
I think
No,
it was
it's
just moving.
looping south.
Yeah, I think it was just moving on a tangent.
Like, there's probably loot over at this house too.
Yeah, there's an AR
But,
suppressor here.
Do you haven't? You probably have an.
I
AR.
have an AR.
Yeah, no problem. Do you want to come clear these buildings with me?
I would love to, Cade.
Can you explain to me the difference between a round, a cartridge, a shell, and a bullet? I will do my best, although citation needed. A round is a generic term for a unit of ammunition. That is the complete everything, which consists of a projectile, aka bullet, a casing, which is generally made out of brass, and a primer in the base, and a filling, usually of smokeless powder, which is nitrocellulose. There's a whole bunch of different ones, I think.
What the hell?
They left in a hurry.
They sure did.
Look what's on my head.
What? Oh, level 3? Well,
wow.
okay.
Okay.
And two power scopes?
Yeah. I would love one of those.
Yeah. I only have one gun that can take it.
To finish that thought.
And I have this 4 times that they left behind the counter.
Dang.
The ACOG Whisperer.
God damn.
It's me.
Yep.
Why didn't they? What's going on here?
I don't know.
Anyway, to finish that thought, a bullet is the actual projectile itself, the part that leaves the gun in the direction you're shooting. The other part that goes out the side is the casing, which after it's fired becomes a spent casing.
Kate, I have a muzzle flash hider, and I've got an angled foregrip.
Yeah. Shells,
Hell yeah,
I think
you.
refers specifically to things like shotgun shells. I don't know why shot shells are called shells.
Cameron, do you have an SKS?
I do not.
Okay.
But a shotgun shell.
Well, for when you find your sniper. Oh wait, you have a suppressor, don't you?
Yeah, I have an AR suppressor.
What's your secondary gun?
A
Here, take
micro
this.
Uzi.
Take that.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome. All right. Well,
Okay,
let's...
back in the car. This place
Get outta
treated us
here.
well, even though it shouldn't have.
Yeah, I'm so confused. Maybe they DC'd?
It's possible, but then their bodies would still be here.
Yeah. What the hell?
Maybe multiple groups landed here and all bugged out.
I'm super okay with it.
Yeah, no, like, thank you, gracious hosts.
Yep.
Look how cool we look in our level 3 helms.
Yeah. Also, you found
Wow,
one?
look at that dramatic
Ooh.
UAZ.
Yeah.
I found a helmet I would like to purchase for the cosplay for West, but it is like $178.
Yeah, I think I found the same one when I was Googling, and I was like, oh, it's a lot of money.
I feel
That's
like
the
there's
thing.
I feel like
It's
there's an airsoft replica that's cheaper than that.
That was the airsoft replica.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can put together the rest of the cosplay like for super cheap because I own most of it already. But the helmet is kind of the one thing that I desperately need to make the cosplay work, and it's like $178 bucks.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Do we want to try here?
sure.
UAZ, go your own way.
Doors are closed.
Looks
Doors are
that way.
closed. This is pretty far north. I'll hit the places on the hill first.
Okay. Null Rush, it's a Spetsnaz. It's the helmet that Cameron and I are both currently wearing.
Yeah. I think, is this an abstraction of that helmet? Because I recall it looking a little different. I'm familiar with the helmet style. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like really armored, and it has this like visor with like glass in front of it, and it's just like the kind of thing that you could probably take a rifle round to the face and wake up with a headache.
It's
Also for those... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
I was just going to say for those asking in chat, yes, a frying pan is part of the cosplay.
And you can just like Amazon search for
I already have. I have
foam
a rubber,
frying pan.
I already have one ready to go.
Nice.
I don't own it, but it's in my like shopping cart. I need to figure out if I'm gonna be able to do the helmet or not first, because the helmet is like the main piece, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's ironically cheaper than getting. Nobody makes replica motorcycle helmets, right? So,
No.
like, and an actual motorcycle helmet's quite expensive.
And the worst part is, I did find somebody who did a cosplay version.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody might be upstairs where I'm at right now.
I am heading over to you.
I just heard footsteps, but it's not looted here, so I'm...
I am going to go...
Yes. Somebody is upstairs.
Oh god. You discovered a guy at work who will go into detail about the M1 Garand and Garand thumb if you make the ping noise. That's really dorky.
Do you want me to grenade in? Kate?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could. It could have just been me walking, but I'm like pretty convinced.
Stun grenading? Alright, flashbang in.
Get him.
Ah, god damn it.
Alright, well, Cameron, you did a very good job of clearing the nobody that was up here.
Yay!
Yay!
I swear I heard footsteps. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It might have been me at the
If he's
Wizard
like
Tower.
squatted in the corner, that's gonna be the worst.
Yeah.
What do you think is the significance of the most common vehicle being a 1970s Romanian badged Renault? I don't know.
Well, wasn't the Dacia, like, produced continuously for, like, 50 years, essentially? Oh, Kate, look up. West.
Well, I mean, it'd be rude not to, right?
Yeah, at this point, I think.
Daisy
was-
over here.
Yeah, it was a super common car.
It seems like appropriate to the
I
setting.
think I'm going to go on foot.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
What do I think of the game's various bugs and add to the game's appeal? They certainly lend themselves to hilarity sometimes when they're not being incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
By the way, something we have not touched on yet. This game is in early access,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, it works this well in what is essentially an open beta. Well, not an open beta, a closed beta in which you purchase it. In which the criterion is
A
$30.
paywalled beta, if you will.
Okay, Cameron, you're going for it?
I am.
I have a VSS. I'll cover you.
Hero.
Or I'll try, at least.
There are doors closed in Rorschach.
Well, how about
We
that?
might actually be kind of safe here.
I think I'm looking at an open door right now.
Oh, yeah, my mistake.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
Oh god, they fucking...
I can't see them, but you have another car coming up on you right now. No, you're good, you're good. I don't know where those other people are.
They are...
Oh, top of the hill, top of the hill, top of the
Yeah,
hill.
I see him. Hold on, I'm about to light him up.
Fuck them up, Cam. You can do it.
It'll just take me like
Shit.
10 fucking minutes to load this thing.
It's loaded.
Yeah, same.
Oh, dear god!
There's another one.
No, you don't need to reload. It's fine.
Sorry, old habit.
He's behind that tree.
Watch out for that.
Ah!
He's running over the top of the hill. Nope, he's still up there. Alright, Cameron, I am so low on health.
Okay.
I'm
That's-
popping into the building and hoping that nobody's here. Oh, Jesus!
Squad automatic weapon is an American light machine gun.
I just got, like, sniped.
Okay.
From across the way still.
What fucker did that?
I'm bandaging. What did you get, by the way?
249.
You got a
249.
Ooh,
Yeah. Chef kiss. Oh, he's Belgian? Well, now I feel stupid because we used to have a meme about it.
Where the fuck is this guy?
I don't know. Clowning around. I think he might be down in the village.
He was just over that ridge. He was running southwest.
So behind you. Southwest.
And we got to get to the zone.
Yeah.
I need 556.
Uh,
my life depends on it.
I had some of it.
That's
Uh,
okay.
you have 215 rounds.
That's 2 mags.
Yeah. Well,
Oh no, Cam needs it for what he has.
I know.
I'm doing something very reckless.
That's...
Don't tell my mother.
It's okay, I'm also doing something very reckless.
Oh, that's...
Did you drop any at the crate?
No, I'm just picking some up off this guy. I have some to share.
I would
Okay,
have put that
we can
2x
go.
on the
How many
249.
dudes did you?
1.
Okay.
I can give you, how do you feel about 100 rounds of 5.56? Is that good?
That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
I just found a cheap pad.
I also have a sniper rifle suppressor if you have a sniper rifle.
I have a VSS.
Yeah. Wrong
So-
question, I guess.
No, totally good. I am running up to you.
I'm gonna get on top of this hill.
Fun fact, when you
Okay.
go prone with the 249, a bipod deploys and increases stability.
Mm-hmm.
It's super cute.
Ooh, I don't like that vehicle.
No.
He's
I'm
not
just-
in the little tower?
No.
No. There's something in the little tower. I'm not sure what it is.
It is a cheek pad for a sniper rifle. And a
Which
helmet.
I already have.
Okay.
Could I have that 556?
I dropped it already when we were
Where?
on the hill.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's green.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's not... Unsubscribe M249 facts.
It should be like right
You
here.
Oh,
30
God,
seconds.
you're very
FYI.
good. Thank you.
I am very good.
Thank you, Cameron. There's a Dacia here. Do we want to take it, Cam?
Maybe we do actually get across this this bad neighborhood. You. Further
Okay,
group
drop me a
houses?
pin.
Blue.
Okay.
There he is. Hi
That dirty,
there.
rowdy boy. Do we want to light him up or just leave him alone?
He's running into the warehouse, so I'm just
No,
going
he's not. He's behind this rock.
Oh, fuck!
Dickhead.
Good job. Cam.
Wait, did he...
He died instantly.
Okay.
He has a car 98.
I would put the
Ooh,
2x on the 249.
you should take that.
I should.
Here, have a sniper rifle suppressor.
Thank you. There's a squad rolling up on us right now.
Yep.
Oh, he's...
No,
He
they're not.
knows.
Okay.
No,
He knows.
they know better. That's right.
Give a Cam a machine gun and he turns into Rambo.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Uh,
Okay. Good eyes, though. Good eyes. I guess I
Yeah.
don't need all of this 9mm anymore. Did he have 5.56?
no.
Okay.
He had 7.62, which I have fuckloads of now.
We did just notice that the cars have an American configuration with the driver's seat on the left.
Totes.
So was this
Alright.
was this your frag out round?
No. No, this was...
Was this not?
I don't know.
This was the one where we dropped with all the,
AFKs.
AFKs.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
They tend to sort of blend together.
Mm-hmm.
They really.
We
So
want to
you
get
can
into this building here?
Reroll games so quickly.
Yes. Well, we need to actually move again.
Oh, right, we do. Alright, well, let's not move into this building then.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna boost real quick.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I only have 2 boosts.
I've got an energy drink I can give you.
No, you keep it.
Or 2 energy. I've got 3 energy drinks. You can have as many as you need. It's more important that you live than I go to my grave carrying items I wasn't able to use.
I will take 1 if you don't mind. If you want
Okay.
to drop dead that tree.
You used a saw to
Thank
cut
you.
down the small tree? That's ridiculous. Do we think the games blur together because the choices you make are constant and vital, but ultimately to the same end? Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to mistake. The error that I end up making a lot is like when I forget that I am not as equipped as I was in the previous game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, how come I can't pick oh, because I didn't pick up a backpack because this is a new round. Which is not to say that, like, saying that there's a sameness to it is not entirely accurate, but...
But they do, this is what heaven is like.
Valhalla.
If you find yourself wandering through a field of golden wheat on a warm summer day.
I need a coat or something.
In this weather? Or just for camo?
For camouflage.
Camouflage working as it actually does.
Hmm. Movement behind the door.
Yeah.
I'm going to...
If he pops up.
I'm going to grenade. I'm moving across this open field towards him with a grenade.
I have Car just locked in on him. Oh, there's another boy in the other room. Chunked him. Sorry, Cam.
Oh, he moved. Oh, he didn't like that at all.
Okay, Cam, there's two boys in here. One of them just went back inside, and one of them is in the far southeast room.
Okay. Well, we did just attract a lot of attention to ourselves.
Yeah, we gotta figure out...
This door is now open.
Okay. I'm at the back.
Okay.
Goddamn naked pants.
Yeah, he's right in this room. I see him.
He's totally right on this.
Shit.
Shots up the hill.
Yeah. Suppressed shots up the hill. I don't see where from.
There's no one in this front room.
He's in the back room. Whoa, getting shot at.
Fuck it, I'm taking this guy. We can't stay here.
There's two of them.
Oy!
So there was.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Oh, this is perfect.
Cam, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Now we get
this
to-
is actually something we haven't been able to experience yet,
So,
which is spectating.
We get to spectate, and we also start to wind up to a so what about this game.
Yeah. This is actually our last round. Now that I look
He
at
has
the
an
time.
M249, or maybe that's you.
It's
I had a 249.
Enjoy.
Oh, sorry, dude.
No worries.
So, this game.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very deceptive on first impression.
Yeah,
It looks
very
really
simple.
ordinary and very simple. And in some ways, it is.
Well, I think it's quite actually important to examine the things that we think of as being ordinary and simple. Actually, Kate, I'm going to mute us on Discord so we aren't talking in your ear.
Yeah, go for it.
We can hear you yell.
Because the things that we think of as being generic or the default are the things that we are kind of marinating in. Right, I've used this before, but it's like when we call something generic, we are a fish in an ocean that doesn't realize it's wet. Right? Explaining wet to a fish is kind of the way I like to discuss bringing up what generic means.
Yeah, it's like, why does this look and feel read as...
Oh, that was a pan hit.
Oh, nice. You know.
So what are the things that we've actually trained ourselves not to see in games, right?
God.
Poor Kate.
How do we talk about the things we can't see? Can we even see them? You know, like this sort of aesthetic, like this kind of patchwork of all these like iconic locations, in some ways is maybe something that like we don't see, and in this game is maybe has attention drawn to it because they're all together at the same time. We're like, oh yeah, it's a greatest hits of like every. Oh, the nut.
Kate rolling the hard 6.
Yep. No! Oh well. Oh well. So yeah, like I completely cut myself off.
Yeah. Okay. So, basically, like, what do we mean when we say the gameplay is really quick and easy and like repeatable and addictive, right? Like those are things that we say and that people get, but what do they actually mean in this context?
Well, I mean,
right?
it's been stripped down to its barest essentials. So like, there's
like how would you characterize those essentials?
I think this game is like an AK-47.
Oh,
because it's as few moving parts as necessary to function, and it just works. It just works.
Yeah. Like the depth of gameplay with a fairly light actual gameplay mechanics is fairly impressive here.
I mean, there's light and then there's like efficient. I think that's this game to a T. It's just like only the essentials with everything kind of cut away from it, and what is left is a utensil with which you can experience all these different kinds of situations that are unique every time and interesting every time, and get further complexified the more players you involve on a team. Because like the single player experience is like really deep. The 2-player experience adds even more depth, and like the 4-player experience is like even more.
Yeah, I would actually like to come back and show 4-player. Do we want to do this one next week? Is there enough here to sustain a second?
I don't think so.
I don't think we can probably...
Because, like, 4-player, you can probably extrapolate on how it goes. And we play a lot of this anyway, so it's like if you're further curious about, like, what makes this game tick, you can log into our other streams.
Yeah, but, like, there are a lot of modes that you can enjoy this game in. One that you see a lot of, like, very high or very popular and highly skilled streamers play is that they're very aggressive, they move towards conflict, they take shots when they present themselves, and that is one extremely valid way to enjoy the game. Another interesting way is to treat it as a game of hide and seek, where you are desperately avoiding contact with other players, and that is in some ways also very thrilling because you are constantly on edge, right? Like the sense of danger never really lapses.
The way it's able to engineer tension is not something I've seen replicated in a very long time, if ever, exactly in this way.
Yeah.
And the not just the tension itself, but like the ratcheting up of tension and the inevitability of it like escalating in a sort of like organic but also like predictable way. It's like the game will get more exciting as it goes on, no matter what, because it has to like take place in a smaller and smaller area.
And like one of the things that we haven't talked about at all is just the nature of a battle royale, right? We talked about the property, the story battle royale, which is manga and novel and film, but like why does that appeal to us, right? Because for those characters, it's a horrifying certain death experience.
Yeah, and it's sort of
or near certain death experience.
It's kind of a commentary on society and
like a society that sacrifices its children, and essentially also, as like.
It's also an exploration on how people like perform under pressure. But this is a game
we seek this out.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's I mean, this is what video games and like carnival rides and shit are about. It's about simulating danger in a safe context.
Okay.
Which we God damn it! I keep like short circuiting myself. Which like simulating danger in a safe context, which is it's fun. It's fun to be scared. It's fun to be excited.
Exactly. It's like a roller coaster. But like here in Battle Royale, you're given just the barest sketch of what the world outside is, right? And there's like this media thing going around with the battle, and it's school children, and there's a lot implied. But here there's like nothing. Right, there's some graffiti on the walls, which is like hyper nationalist, and we're like, it's a bit extemporaneous in that it could occur anytime, essentially between the 90s and now, or some near future. It's on this evacuated island, but why are we here? Right, we don't know that, and that allows us to project onto it a bunch of things. Right, that like Maybe this is a game show. Maybe
it's a game show. Maybe this is hell. Maybe this is heaven.
Yeah, maybe this is how this world deals with condemned criminals. Right?
Or, ultimately, for, I think, the average player, it doesn't matter. And it's just like, it's a thrilling survival, not exploration, like a survival shooter.
Yeah. Oh, I guess, like, the presence of the Vector does mean it's more recent than that, because the Vector is from, like, the early 2000s, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's interesting that that's contrasted against the Car 98K from, like, the 40s.
Yeah.
Or previous. Purgatory, maybe. Anywho.
Yeah.
So, we should...
How do we explain the bulge? My personal read on the bulge. When you take...
Are you guys still talking?
Oh, yes, we are. We're just wrapping up. Sorry. We'll anyway, we'll drop out of Discord.
Okay, I'm gonna go keep playing over on my thing.
Okay.
My stream. If you guys want to jump in later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
See you later tonight, Kate.
All right.
All right, see ya.
You can change your character's clothing. They're a paper doll. If you take their pants off, it's like a Pringles can downstairs. It's a hell of a thing.
Tina, why would you just say that when you can actually show them?
Oh, right, yeah. So my personal theory is that these people who are, who can take multiple bullet wounds and not fall over, who can run tirelessly, who have more or less flawless training with a wide variety of weapons, are in fact engineered superhumans. And
good headcanon.
Yeah. I mean, they're mediums.
They're mediums.
Yeah, they're mediums.
I don't know.
This is the only way to keep their population under control. Right? You fire like this 99% purge every 5 minutes, and that's the only way to keep these people from completely overrunning the rest of the planet.
Yep. They're just like, must kill. Kill.
Otherwise, they would just completely outcompete us.
That's wild.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's PUBG.
Yeah, so I guess we should
give it a shot if you're thinking about it. We've all had a really, really good time playing it. It's had more longevity than we thought. It'll be interesting to see how the popularity of this game plays out, whether it becomes like a long-standing installation like
CSGO, or League of Legends or
something like that, or if it's just sort of like around for a while and then people get tired of it. But I don't know. I could actually see it going either way, depending on how many features they roll out. Because it does lend itself to pretty limitless depth of gameplay.
Yeah, and we will be getting 2 more maps at least in the near future, so hopefully that contributes to its gameplay. I really enjoy this game. I'll probably continue playing it, or I might get extremely, like, maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and I'm like,
just be like, fuck this game.
Yeah, if I have to play
360 hours was enough.
Yeah, maybe if I have to play 1 more hour of this game, I'm going to vomit into my keyboard.
Yeah, well, getting the $30 investment out of this game is not difficult at all.
Yeah. If I don't even play these kinds of games, and I've played 10 cents per hour.
Yep. Pretty good EV. So we're gonna do subs, and then we're gonna go away. So let's start here. Kevin Bowen is supporting us on Patreon.
Hey, thank you.
Buddy.
Pintyhead has resubbed for the 7th month, saying 7 months. I feel like I subbed 7 months ago.
Under Toast for 4 months. A resub for my 2 favorite streamers playing a game I love today is truly wonderful.
Havoc 4 resub for the 43rd month, saying, so which author writes the PUBG young adult novel? Khalad.
42 months. Yay, talking about Shooty Mans.
Granite Fish sub for the 28th month. Thank you very much.
Polemans for 3 months. Caught it live talking sim. Awesome. You guys are my fave.
Oh, thank you. Argent Magic Masters resub for the 42nd month, saying, I always make sure to catch Talking Simulator every week.
Admiral Matt for 13 months. Welcome.
Wyatt Earp is a brand new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Wyatt Earp. Thank you for supporting us here.
Kim Jappis for 18 months. Talking Simulator. Tackling the least narrative-driven game I know. It's going to be a good one.
Yusufka has resubbed for the 2nd month. Thank you for coming back.
Pink Jekyll for 100 bits. It's you guys. You could play freemium iOS games and we still enjoy it.
I mean, they're Okay. Shovelware iOS games being like the most popular form of gaming now.
We're probably gonna have to talk.
Yeah,
about
we
this.
probably
The
actually.
problem is that I don't play them because I fucking hate them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we should have a look at them, to be honest.
Maybe we
Anyway,
should find somebody
well,
who does play them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Colin Joseph is now supporting us on Patreon. Thank you very much.
or Octopus for 5 months. Welcome back.
Zora Lundra has resubbed for the 47th month. Thank you.
Gamer Wife 1206 for 9 months. Yeah, sub baby on a talking sim. I was really excited to learn from.
Can't Tewaz has just subbed. Thank you. Welcome.
Hero Clixer is a new sub. Welcome to the channel.
Mark Barks gave us 100 bits saying, I made this dollar appear as if by magic simply by watching ads. And I give it to you, great streamers doing a great stream. Thank you.
Tyranids 1 for 9 months. Never underestimate the over-under shotgun close range at the end circle.
Absolutely. Deargo Prime is a brand new subscriber. Welcome to the channel.
Technician Tori just subbed. Welcome to the channel.
Comey Matt has resubbed for the 33rd month saying, shoot them there, boys.
Batwool sub for 2 months in a row.
Baron Radium sub for the 6th month. Thank you very much.
DJ Shire for 26 months. And PUBG, it really says a lot about the setting because it's a bunch of people rushing to their death. God damn
Can we ban?
it. No, it's fine.
Okay.
He's been here forever.
Fotherism has resubbed for the 3rd month saying, oh yeah, I remember that. I've got another sub. I love talking sim. Keep making it. You keep watching, we'll keep making it.
Yeah, Jim Rabbit for 39 months. Been having a rough time as of late. I may be a lurker in chat these days, but I want you to thank you for providing me an opportunity to escape from my head a little bit each day, mostly. Thanks for continuing yourselves. I hope there wasn't more to that message, but thank you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you. Two Flower resubbed for the 47th month saying, thank you both for everything you do. I'm sub to your personal channels too and have no regrets.
The Passerby for 4 months. Right. I was waiting for a talking sim. Very interesting in the deep head canons that Dr. Lurs have about PUBG. Though to Alex, since you've been to a firing range in Vegas, do you have any observations about this with the new context you have? None of the guns are loud enough.
Yeah, guns are loud.
Although part of that was because we were in an indoor range, but fuck me, they're loud. It's scary.
Fair.
And wild. It was quite an experience.
Taste the Beams gave us 50 bits saying, we need to evacuate the island. There's an army of 100 psychopaths coming to kill everyone we see.
Nickel Grawl for 2 months. Rawr.
Meeps-a-lot has resubbed for the 15th month saying, Cam has a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Nice. Echo Browser for 2 months. Welcome back.
The AI Overlord has resubbed for 4 months saying, one more.
Fabulous Sasquatch for 4 months. Hoping one day you'll do a roguelike light TS. Always a good time, Mendleton. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Serio Avion is a brand new subscriber. Welcome.
Armadillo Ale sub for 10 months. Don't mind me, just here for the Dilly Bar emote.
Tapanda has resubbed for the 6th month. Thank you.
And Ferocious Peach for 7 months.
Oxford has resubbed for the 9th month saying, so glad I'm off sick today to catch Talking Simulator. We're glad you're here.
The Romanoid with 1,000 bits. Also
wow.
bits, thanks.
Thank you very
all
much.
so much. We will see you next time. Kate is streaming right now.
Yeah,
so if you want to roll on over to twitch.tv/Kate.
Yeah, and if you want to go like F-bomb her.
Don't actually F-bomb her. No,
don't.
ham
raid?
Ham raid.
Ham raid?
So
okay, fine.
Roll on over there and you can catch more of this game.
We don't have the ham. We don't
Why?
have the ham.
Wait, do we not have the ham? What about... No, I fucked it. I fucked it. I fucked it. It's broken. Cam...
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We go up one, and then we have emotes, and then... no, we have no
there's
ham.
no ham.
We have the...
Piss!
No, wait,
okay.
No, that's not ham. What about this one?
Thank
no, also not... Okay, that wasn't ham either. And,
I'm going away now.
No, Dilly...
Bye-bye!
Did